welcome back to another week of Shadowrun. We are going to do, Mission 27, Closing the Door, Part 2. Our runners have discovered who was calling in hits on Arkane and narrowed them down to a school operated by Ares Macrotech. And we will find out soon whether they choose violence or other options. Let's do some introductions.
There are no other options.
Violence is not an option, right? Is that what you're saying?
Who
is this person?
This looks like a Kenny, the blue-skinned technomancer. That's, I think, who it is.
And got this person.
Hello, I'm Jack. I am the brains in this outfit.
He's obviously exhausted too. I expect snoring later. And this person.
The only rigger in the party today.
Today being the operative word.
Indeed. Well, obviously she is the best rigger in the entire party. The best there ever was today.
And we have this person. That's you, Kai.
Oh, it didn't pop up for me. I'm the resident muscle, and the only muscle. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm the only muscle.
I mean, that's muscle.
I mean, the only real question is whether or not you count Baloo as muscle, but I feel like Baloo is still part of me, so...
You're at least the only one he won't eat, so...
You know, eventually I'll be able to train him to stop attacking things, and then to attack things. And then that's all I need.
So the first command is down, boy. And then get him.
Yes.
Good to see you have your priorities straight. Alrighty, so you guys had narrowed it down to what's his name? I'm on the wrong chapter in the book. I forgot we still had to do the last part of this session. To Dexter Wright. You had not actually gone there? Did you want to do any kind of research on this person or this location or anything else? Or are you just gonna blow up a school?
Chaz, you know us.
And I probably just got black helicopters sent my way.
No, you didn't get black helicopters sent your way yet. We haven't said that it's a school in America. It has to get shot up.
I see.
It hasn't every school in America been shut up? At least that's what it seems from outside America.
If you believe the media. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, did we figure out that this Dexter person was holed up in the school? I forgot.
That is where Arkane's tracing of the spirit led to. Not the actual school, but that general area. And you, through your other inquiries, had discovered that Dexter Wright was the one that had hired the gang and the Shadowrunners to go after them. Did you actually speak to the gang? You didn't speak to the gang.
No, we didn't.
So
no.
You have no idea what the gang's involvement was.
We only spoke to that one guy who was watching the missile strike.
No, you spoke to Midnight, the troll.
We also spoke to the guy who was where the missile strike on the car was at.
That is correct. You knocked him out and interrogated.
Yeah, he's currently sitting in the back of my Ford Interceptor.
And Midnight offered a seat and talked to you over a beer because he basically was hired for extraction, but then they tried to up it to wet work, and he doesn't do wet work.
Which I can respect.
But as far as we figured out that this Dexter person appears to maybe have put out a hit on Arkane, and honestly, do gangs really need much more reason than that?
I don't think so.
Well, the gang was the first attack on him, so it's hard to say.
I feel like gangs don't really need a whole lot of reason to attack somebody.
Nuyin's usually enough.
You're not wrong.
It's a bare world out there.
So,
Or buried Shadowrunner.
are we gonna try and go into that school stealthily or guns blazing? Because that changes what I'm gonna wear.
And remember, it is late at night.
So we go in stealthy with no plan and come out guns blazing.
Gotcha.
Maybe we
So
just go
it's our
guns
usual
blazing
plan of
right
attack.
from the beginning.
Because school?
I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
after hours. There's no kids there.
You hope?
That is true.
I mean, when I was a kid, I snuck into school grounds on weekends, so.
That explains a lot.
I mean,
It was mostly just because I liked climbing and I could climb on the roof and stuff, but anyway.
how else are you supposed to disassemble your math teacher's car and reassemble it on the roof?
Funny story about that. I didn't do that, but I rode a little Honda Spree scooter as my first vehicle. And I parked in a legitimate parking spot, and some jerk off and moved the scooter because, I mean, it's a scooter. So I got my friends on the football team to pick up his VW Bug and place it in front of the school doors. But I got permission from the principal to do it.
So the principal could chew him out, you mean?
It's actually in our yearbook.
That's funny. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my combat armor if we're gonna just sneak in, guns blazing.
Are you gonna put on your combat coveralls?
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna wear my combat armor that lets me go invisible.
Out of curiosity, Chuz, over this duration, have I suddenly clicked as to how to be extra stealthy? I.e., can I have spent 5 karma to get stealth 1?
No.
Damn it!
It's been a matter of hours.
But it's finally clicked how to be stealthy in just those few moments.
I mean, I've been nice in waiving the time costs of everything, but there is a limit.
Do we need any intel before we go in, or are we just gonna go in?
You want us to do legwork, Kenny? Really?
Blasphemer!
It's probably about the only thing that I'm going to be able to help with, but I don't know. Maybe there'll be a door that I need to open up for you.
I'm happy to help you in any matrix searching if you want. That's all good. Just tell me what you want me to roll.
I wasn't sure what we needed out of it, really.
Chuz, we're going to roll matrix searches, and you're going to tell us everything we need to know, okay? So.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, if you're the GM, you do whatever we tell you, right? That's how it works.
Okay, I'm glad you've enlightened me on that.
So I just click the button and roll dice, and then you give me information. I don't actually have to tell you what information I'm trying to find, right?
No, you're supposed to tell me what you're searching about, at least.
I feel like my sarcasm was wasted.
No, I was wasting it.
Well, yes, exactly. Screw it. Let's go.
You're just not going to try, huh?
Have an extra 3
If I'd
dice.
known it was that easy to destroy your will to live.
I don't know.
Did I mention the hour-and-a-half drive to pick up my wife from work today that should have been a 25-minute drive? I'm just asking because, you know, if I'm a little bit combative, it may be misdirected ire.
Beautiful. All right, let's roll initiative.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I'm not sure what information we'd need until we get there. So.
Well,
Do we already have the plan?
No.
I mean, we have the school plans, right?
No. You know nothing about the school.
We want to know the entire student body roster. We want to know pictures and everything so we can give them to Jack so he can pretend to be a student. Everything there is.
So I guess anybody that doesn't do Matrix stuff can just come back next week because there's going to be a lot of Matrixing to find out all of that stuff.
Exactly. No, because you said his name was...
We also need to know where the school's HVAC system is so we can just pump in a bunch of gas to just knock out anyone who happens to be there after hours.
And the detailed plumbing in case we want to crawl through the sewer system.
This is a large facility.
Oh, is it multiple buildings?
Yeah,
Something like
it's Ares. It's no small fry thing.
I mean, that makes sense. It is Ares.
Okay, if it's multiple buildings, I do feel like a basic floor plan would be helpful, knowing where things are at. And maybe if I can, first, if I can find the button, but second, if I could find any tidbits on the information about construction, especially recent construction, that could give us some information.
Provided I find the button.
Don't forget my +3 from team working with you.
I like how you're team working, but he can do it in one round and it takes you 10 minutes.
I'll just
Oh,
like,
you've got a ability to do it in one round. Okay, cool. Then I will do 10 minutes of searching for, I don't know, whatever is easily accessible with 3 hits.
A satellite view of the building. It's a complex. There's like one main building and a bunch of smaller outbuildings. It is definitely operated by Ares. It's the Ares McAuliffe International School. The main building is a 3-story building that appears to have a basement.
Cool. I will now rely on Kenny in, how many different rolls can you make in the 10 minutes it takes me to do that?
A lot.
Everything else Kenny finds.
So 200 rolls in 10 minutes.
I clicked the roll button, but I didn't see anything happen.
And no, nothing did happen.
Did you
Well, we'll
select
try.
the trained option? Because the dialogue pop-up should show up.
I had the pop-ups and everything. I was waiting until you were done with that before I clicked submit, and then when I clicked submit, nothing happened.
There, when I think Roll20 may be having issues. 7 hits. You doing more?
Sure, might as well.
Oh, look, the roll template says 10-minute interval. I'm going to hold you to it.
I'm sorry, I should make a macro that... Oh, there we go. 2 hits.
That's the law of averages.
I mean, is 9 hits, like...
9 out of
Do I need
32
more?
is almost a third.
Do I need more to get...
I don't know. You can do it until you're happy, and then
Keep doing it until you
you're
run out
doing
of
good.
dice.
You're doing good.
I'm
You're
doing
down to
great.
10.
I'm gonna sit at 10, and I'm also going to go roll my drain.
Oh, you have to use
10
drain for
seems
that.
Like a good number. Do what?
You have to use drain for that.
Or fade, yes.
Yeah, fade rather. So you have to roll fade 3 times.
That's a good question.
So
I think
mean,
so.
is it-
I don't know the wording on the ability.
Basically, when I use the data structure, I have to resist fade. Is using the data structure
Yes,
for each time I roll, I have to use it?
I feel like you should,
Okay.
because those are at least 3 actions. What is the fade level on it?
2.
Oh.
So
Couldn't
I'm
you
just
just
over
have
here
bullet hit?
generating edge.
So you did about the same. You rolled really good, then less good, and then even less good.
Right.
So 10 hits, huh? It's an older building, so the original plans are not on the matrix, unfortunately for you. You do know that you are able to find out that there is a security contract with whichever company Ares owns. Is that Lone Star or the other one?
I think it's Knight Errant, isn't it?
Knight Errant, yeah, I think that's Ares. And there does appear to be a fair bit of security on the building from what you can tell from information online. Being a school, it doesn't specify what kind of school. I'm going to assume it's like a technical school.
Is that high school technical or like a TAFE?
Like a college level technical school.
Yeah, TAFE level. Post-high school.
So yeah, you can find out miscellaneous things like who has contracts for janitorial, etc. Things that you've looked for in the past.
Could he find pictures of students within there, posting to their my feed or whatever, and then seeing all the cameras that he could find from the pictures?
Not in three actions time. He's quick, but he couldn't parse that many pictures.
But I mean, there should be probably some kind of website that has a student roster, or even better, a staff roster.
Yeah, if you're looking for a roster, maybe you could get a partial roster. What are you looking for specifically?
I mean, am I just looking for 4 convenient people? Do
Well,
they have anyone on their staff that has mood, hair, and wings?
No, and they also don't have like names and addresses. You're not going to be able to just find some random person and knock out and take over their identity.
We don't have to knock them out, they just need to not be there. Or they could be there to make it even more interesting.
I mean, we could also just sneak our way in and then, once we get spotted, just start shooting.
That's true too.
Pull a Danny DeVito and just start blasting.
It's only Knight Errant. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean,
they don't have any high threat response teams in Knight Errant, surely not.
Lots and lots of heat.
It's not like they just hide those high threat response units in literally all of their facilities because they're Ares and that's their standard.
And nobody likes them.
Hey, they're more well liked than as technology.
Hey, I like as technology. That's why my handle on one of the discords is as technology QC. Because because the character sheet has been sponsored and created by As Technology. That's why it's so shitty.
And that's why you need to constantly have sacrifices for your blood magic to make the sheet.
Exactly. I have to sacrifice to dark gods. Maybe an elder god that looks similar to the flying spaghetti monster.
Hey, we all know that when you die and believe in the flying spaghetti monster, you're saved with booze and hookers, right?
That's what don't know. I just like the imagery. I haven't actually studied their religious texts.
I believe that's what the flying spaghetti monster religion says. It's like if you die,
it's a booze factory and a stripper factory.
Yeah, strippers, not hookers. Gotcha. Yeah, because I know that if you die and you're sent to hell, you're sent to the booze factory and strippers as well. So everyone gets to go there. So just
so
enjoy
it's a win-win. Anyway, so. I'm waiting. Are you guys there?
I'm not.
I believe we're all waiting for someone else to speak. So are we just going to sneak in there and knock some heads around, or are we going to try and finesse this even more?
Well, if we can at least get a janitorial picture or something like that, like even if it's just uniform, then Jack can probably pretend to be a janitor and the rest of us can be like, yes, we're janitorial assistants because this is a real big mess those students made. Or even better, if we could get them to make a big mess and then come in that night to clean it up, we've got a valid excuse.
We don't have a lot of time on this. We're chasing a spirit that just ran off.
No, you're not chasing the spirit. The spirit's gone. He destroyed the spirit.
Oh.
He was doing the astral tracking it back to whoever summoned it thing.
Okay, so it was potentially summoned from in this area.
In that area, and then you had figured out that school was owned by Ares, who Dexter Wright had worked for at some point. You don't know if he still does.
I feel like, though, if we wanted to, part of this could involve trying to find astral signatures, so that probably has a bit of timeline on it. I mean, if we want to try and do the janitorial role, we already have a service. I might be able to, when we get there, put something in the host about it, but that could also be long and complicated. Or we could try and not get noticed.
Not hearing a lot of plan making. You guys are quiet tonight.
What
Well, the plan is obviously we win.
section of the city is this in?
It is in North Park Hill.
Where's that? Are we in like Renton, Bellevue?
I don't know.
Oh wait, that's the
Not Denver.
Which number is it closest to on the map?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Could you ping us there? Because this is critically important information.
I'm looking it up. Work on other things.
It all kind of hinges on where this place is.
If it's a AAA security, we definitely don't want to be going in with body armor. But if it's, a lower security rating, maybe we
I somehow
do.
suspect, given it's an Ares facility, it's going to be pretty high security rating. I'd suspect it's going to be at least minimum of an A.
That's
No,
still
of course,
like a half
of course,
hour?
there's no North Park Hill neighborhood in this lovely Denver FRFZ map I have. That would be too easy.
Chuz, are you expecting the authors to actually pay attention to what they write? Come on now.
You should be used to this by now.
So we just go to Google Maps for real.
Can we just dress up like maintenance people and sneak in?
Okay, so it is 2 and 70.
Kenny, why don't you upload pictures of us with like false names and add that to the maintenance roster, and then we just go in disguised as maintenance personnel?
I mean, that's kind of what I already said. Yeah, if we wanted to do that.
Disguised us, because we don't want to give them our biometrics or anything like that. Or we want to give them the most inaccurate biometrics possible. This is the face, fingerprint, DNA, and oral scan, astral scan, of all the criminals who cause you trouble.
Okay, I'm just narrowing it down so I can ping it on the main screen for you. It's roughly in this area here. It's north of Aurora. It is not in. It's not downtown, so it's not in AAA security.
Could you shift ping? So that we're taking.
It was over. It was just north of Paradise Lane. He said over here.
Actually, no. It's south and west of Rocky Mountain Arsenal. There we go. That's the landmark I need.
Oh yeah, that's real close to downtown.
No, it's.
That's actually like outskirts of downtown.
Yeah, but it's not downtown. Downtown, like where it's really congested there, where all the little markers are, that's your AAA area. Around it is AA, then single A, so you would be outside the high security area.
Like
that's
downtown right there.
Well, in this, that a little over, so I'll use the measure tool too.
So is it AA or only single A?
So that area is what I see as downtown, where that cluster is, and you're way up here. It's probably less than A. I'm not familiar with the meanings of the security, and I'm not going to look it up.
Basically, single A is about as low as they go for anything secured by the corp. So.
Well, so their property is probably A or AA. You're gonna have a bit of you're staticky and transmitting. There we go. You're gonna have a fairly rapid response, like say 20 minutes, but not instant response. If you're spotted.
So are we're there? I'm gonna do some astral security or astral surveillance.
So are you guys heading there?
I guess.
I think we are
I
heading
thought we were there. I thought we were already there. We're already there.
Okay. So we're moving forward, and I can. Sorry, I had a. Damn it.
I'll help with the astral security. I am the Jacqueline of all trades, after all.
I have to fix the stream real quick. OBS is dumb.
Unrelated, but did OBS take a crap on the Wednesday stream? Because I noticed DWB had to put the whole layout back together.
No. One of the players had tech issues.
Yeah.
And if somebody drops from the call, it has to be really rearranged the way he does it. He's using Google Meets for the voice because it does the auto transcription, which is kind of cool, but it's a pain in the butt. Hey, DeFranco.
Mhm.
So anyway, you are there and you're doing astral. Are you actually projecting?
Andrew will project, and I'm not sure. I assume
Yeah,
Jack
it would be a 3-step process for Jack. He would look, listen, do an astral sensing perception, and then he would project. Because
Andrew will keep her body in the van and then astrally project. So
Okay, so what are you trying to sense or project? Just the general layout of the place?
yeah, I want to see what it looks like. See if there's any obvious magic defenses. There like a bunch of watcher spirits running around.
No, no watcher spirits. Fewer spirits than are normally floating around in the Denver area. You know, with the dragon being friendly to spirits, there's more of them in the area. But there don't appear to be any guards, the best you can tell. If you want to give me perception, maybe you'll spot something untoward.
is there a ward?
Around the building itself? Are you going to try and go through the building? 0. That was a fantastic roll. How
Yep.
is that not a glitch? 5. So yeah, nothing special with the spirits in the area. There's just normal spirits, you know, on their way to and from whatever they do, doing spirit things. If are you going to like project into the building and kind of explore?
If there's nothing stopping me, yeah.
So it's a 3-story building with a basement. Where's your entry point?
I guess off to the side through a wall.
Like ground level, second floor, third floor, ceiling?
Might as well start from the top, I guess, if it's working my way down systematically.
Okay, so you basically roam the halls to the best of your ability because you can't see them, but you can sense kind of by what you can't see through. You don't find any magical things. Occasionally, you'll cross paths with a life form. You know,
All right.
no, like perhaps a janitor or security or something like that. It's hard to tell when you're looking at the astral.
Can I make one generic sensing roll to see if any of them are magical or anything like
Well, magical would be obvious, I would think, if you're sensing in the astral. Now, if you wanted to know more than, oh, this guy's awakened, then yeah. But you haven't found any awakened
I believe it.
individuals yet.
I could do board hits to work out whether they're whether they're awakened or not, because I think it's one
Well,
success.
I think awakened isn't that obvious unless they're masking.
I'm pretty sure it's a one hit to work out if
Oh,
somebody's
okay.
awakened.
Yeah. I think with bot hits, you'd have plenty to know if they're awakened. If they're
Yeah,
not
with
masking.
bot
Bot hits I'd get two.
So as far as you can tell, just at a quick glance, which is how I'm going to read bot hits, then it's either security or janitors. It's hard to tell. A couple people on each floor. You've checked the third floor, the second floor. You want to continue to the first?
Yep, systematically work my way all the way down to the basement if I can get.
Okay.
Also, I'm masking myself so that I'm clearly just a free spirit and not
Okay.
a Shadowrun.
Is there a role involved in that?
Yes, there is.
Go ahead and make that. Okay, that's a perception roll still. It is thundering a lot here. So it's really just an opposed roll. You don't roll anything right now. Correct? What is that?
My threshold is 2, so they have to get at least a 2 to see through my mask.
Right, but that would be if they decide to sense you.
Correct. Otherwise, if
Yeah.
they're just generically looking at me, I'm clearly just another free spirit.
So you're basically invisibility 2, kind of. You're not invisible, you're just somebody else's problem, 2.
Disguise 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you're going to check out the first floor, and are you sticking to hallways, or are you like going through doors and walls and stuff? What is your search pattern like?
Everything. So I'm checking out
Are
every.
you like doing a grid, basically, walls be damned?
Pretty much. She's a very logical woman, so she's going to systematically go through everything.
Okay. Okay, so the first floor also seems clear. There's a couple people on that floor as well. At this point, give me your astral perception again. Actually, I don't think that was the right thing. Let's see. Sense motive? That's a thing, right? No, that's a different game.
Do you mean judge intention?
That's what I'm looking for, yes. By the movements of the individuals, you're pretty sure that they're janitorial. Like, they don't seem to be patrolling so much as, like, they'll hang out in one area, one room for a while, and moving around, and then they'll move to a different room, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see their hands moving, so I can work out that they're probably wielding a mop and cleaning.
Yeah, that kind of thing, yeah. AR Minesweeper. Except your AR Minesweeper has been rigged because you didn't pay for the paid version, so it's actually unwinnable. They figured out somehow to make Minesweeper pay to win.
Yeah, but Kai never bothered to actually go on like the forums where people are complaining about this, so
So he isn't aware. Yeah.
that they can win. They just have to. They just keep making the wrong choices.
Obviously, yes. So you're gonna go into the basement, you said?
Everywhere.
You explore most of the basement, and then you come across a ward.
Do you want me to do an sensing to work out the strength of the ward, or can
I
tell?
do.
Four hits is pretty good.
I have to look up mana barriers.
I believe 4 hits lets me know the exact force of the barrier, right?
Hey, hello. And an explosion. Thank you for subscribing. Nerdy Sauce is subscribed. Say hi, everybody, while I look this up.
Hello.
Hello,
Nerdy
Nerdy
Sauce.
Sauce. Are you from Runners Net LC?
4 hits.
Because we've got Ronin and Cypher, and I'm Longshot / Ski.
Cheshire as well.
I am also Cheshire. Used to be Noodle, but
Yeah, better known as the Noodle.
yes.
The artist formerly known as. Oh, Nerdy Sauce is in the SRMO Discord.
Yep, I see that. Yeah, so if you're interested in a Shadowrun living community, there is a link up there to Runners Net.
Has it happened? It might have happened before they joined.
May have.
It's really fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
So it's the J Brews is the Twitch. That wasn't the right link. I'm good at this.
Well, it's not banning a bot, so
Yeah, that's the only thing I know how to do is ban bots and be gleeful about it. Anyway, so 4 hits, you can figure out that this is a rating 8 ward. Yeah, that's about the best you're gonna get out.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jack at least could probably slip through the ward if I couldn't.
A rating 8?
It's charisma plus magic, and Jack is exceptional charisma, right?
I mean, it would be dangerous. And net hits allow me to bring things through like spell effects and foci, of which I have a few. So, and also net hits allow me to bring teammates through.
Well, I'm pretty confident I'm not going to be able to get through with my measly Charisma 5 and Magic 3, so.
I'm pretty confident that I can get through just because I'm mundane.
You're no longer mundane.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I'm no longer mundane.
No, that's a bummer. It's almost like the GM tricked you. Actually, I didn't. I didn't even think about that.
I prefer to pretend that this was all your secret plan all along.
Yes, that was exactly it. I am much smarter than I seem.
Curse you, Chuz! You foiled me again.
Now you can't just walk through all the magical defenses like you've done in the past.
Yeah, so I'd be rolling 21 dice versus the barrier's 16 dice.
Yep.
I mean,
So I assume you guys are gonna report back to the van to discuss what you found. Yes.
yes.
That's
Okay.
probably a good idea.
So if the vans are rocking, don't come knocking.
I show up and I'm like, what are you guys doing to my body?
And at this point, I need to take a break. My wife's calling.
Yeah, you should probably answer that.
If the van's are rocking, that means it's going to be more fun to come a knocking.
That means rockets come a knocking. Oh wait, no, that's what I throw at the van.
Yeah,
Oh,
Meg just starts
okay.
shivering. Her AI remembers all the times she's been killed by rockets.
Major's got PTSD from missiles.
I can't blame her.
So yeah, it would as Jack said, it would be his dice, which is magic and charisma, versus its structure rating times 2, which in this case would be 16. So he's got a 3 to 2 odds, basically less than 3 to 2.
Still better than it outnumbering me 2 to 1. So
Right.
I got 8 dice. It's got 16. There is no way in hell I would win.
Well, I mean, there's a way. If it rolls really bad, you roll really well, or you just stack edge. Oh, has anybody filled the M-Talk yet?
No.
I mean,
It's the T-Talk, the Technomancer Talk, the TM Talk.
How much do we have to fill the T-Talk?
It can hold 4 at this point.
I'll just dump 4 edge in there.
Is it the Tim Talk?
Well, speaking of that, I was going to, because I'm assuming all the edge I generated on legwork disappeared because scene change.
But you could stick it in the T-Talk before it disappeared, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
My understanding is that M-Talk and T-Talk edge also resets on scene change. It's not
That
just
sounds
a
like
bank
a sensible thing, yeah.
that you
Well,
can
I mean,
just carry around with you.
I've got an edge score of 5, so I can just dump 4 edge into the T-Talk at the start of the scene.
But while we're all sitting here casing the joint, Kenny would also like to see what there is to see. Not that he can see much.
We'll send in the gnat. The gnats will solve everything. We all know how much Chaz loves gnats.
Are you going to three hits? There's a host here.
Wow, and I don't even have 4s to bump up. I lost 4 hits off of that thanks to that wild die. Cool.
And you guys are the ones that like playing the slot machine.
Mm-hmm.
The wild dice slot.
There's a host here. That's what I got.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit more to identify rating and all. It's not a wimpy host, let's put it that way.
I can help you hack it. I mean, obviously, my help will be perfectly and utterly essential.
Being the only rigger and the second best hacker in the group, right?
That's right. I'm the second best rigger in the party. Well, full stop. So.
Before doing any of that, I really would like to know what I'm dealing with. So I think I'm going to try really hard, i.e., roll again with a -1.
Sure.
better.
Yeah, the wild dice giveth this time, as opposed to take a thing away. That is technically correct, Andrigger, and that is the best kind of correct.
Exactly. I'm the
It's
best
the
rigger
only
and the
kind-
best decker. Now we just need. Now, while Jack is away, I'm technically the best spellcaster at the moment too, until he
Hey.
comes back.
The only time that technically correct doesn't matter is when it's definitely correct.
So, yeah, 9 hits. That is a rating 5 host.
Not bad. Don't. I don't know.
Why do I feel like I need to make a host while you're talking?
Probably would be a good idea.
I feel like there's a high percentage chance that it might come up, but I don't know necessarily that it needs to at this point, unless we are definitely going to go with the option of trying to go in as janitors, and we need to sell that with the putting it in there that we are legitimate janitors.
Well, Andrigger would definitely tell you that there are plenty of janitors in there at the moment.
Can I be a legitimate business person instead?
Coming around to a school at night.
At night.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something every Karen on the block is going to call in.
Look, I have serious concerns about whether or not this school is taking the asbestos crisis seriously.
The asbestos crisis from the late 90s, 1990s.
It does. I'm sorry. Have you not met the way that Karens act?
If Cypher dies, I'm definitely calling my next character Karen.
I'm trying to decide which ice to throw at you to murder you with.
Ooh, black ice is always the best.
Okay, black ice it is.
Always good to help the GM figure stuff like that out.
Well, I was looking at it, but I was like, do I want to be that mean? But then again, it is Kenny.
Hey, it's better than some of the other ones. There's stuff that deals matrix damage, which is, lethal to technomancers and link locks you.
Oh, I've
Which
already
is
got that.
so much worse.
Yeah, I mean, Baron, you called your character Kenny, and we all know
Oh my god, you bastard!
Well, yep. I knew at the point when I picked the name that was how it was going to be.
I haven't killed Kenny yet.
You've tried.
Well, I mean, I try to kill all of you. That's my job.
But has Chuz tried to kill Kenny as much as Kenny has tried to kill
Kenny is suicidal. Whether it's intentional or not, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I buy that Chuz has tried to kill Kai.
I mean, the Kayada was pretty close.
I mean, that's fair. You did make Kayada, so that is definitely a step in the right direction.
We're gonna activate that, make that Whisper GM, roll some dice. Okay.
Jack's back.
Perfect. Welcome back, Jack. So I was trying to figure out which ice to give this host, and Kai so kindly suggested black ice is one that Kenny really likes.
Because I'm so helpful.
Realistically, if we get into a firefight, Kenny's probably just going to leave the house because
I'm just going to warn you now, we're getting our typical afternoon storm, even though it's night now, and it is pouring and lots of thunder and lightning. If power goes out, I'm good, because I got battery backups. But if the cable goes out, I will drop like a rock, and I'll have to tell you on the phone that I'm down.
imagine getting rain.
Last year we didn't, so we're getting enough for last year now. Anywho, so you've got a rating 5 host to play with, if you so choose.
I'm happy to help you try and crack in if you want, so I can help you with the probe.
Oh, and Jack, I don't know if you were here when you discovered... Oh, yeah, you were, because you told us the dice. So, and a rating 8 ward.
Alright, so is Kenny going to try and put us in the registry as legitimate janitors?
Hello, thank you for the follow. That is, who's going to put you in as legitimate janitors?
Kenny. I would suggest that if you can. I mean, you might as well try and get in and see what's in there, because we've got to put Chaz on the spot and get him to come up with a host instantaneously.
I've already
you can
made the
show off all
host.
these-
I already made the
Yes.
host. That's the
It's
tools
done.
are great. I love drag and drop. Adding ICs and spells and stuff is like fantastic now. I'm sure glad
I'm
the guy
sure.
that made that compendium made the character sheet support that.
Whoever that guy is.
I think
you
I
know.
just hurt myself patting myself on the back.
So basically, it's a normal week.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, nobody
Have an
also
extra
tell me
phone.
how good I've done, so I have to do it for them.
Hey, we tell you every week that you did a great job DMing the game.
Only because I let you survive each week.
mean-
So, probe, 6 hits, I gotta roll something. Oh, I
Actually,
need
I can prove that that's not true because I
It's all on
enjoyed the game
video on
that
demand.
Noodle died in.
Yeah, but I wasn't involved in that.
That's fair.
Oh no! You have 2 net on the thing. Oh, I should use the GM helper sheet.
You should.
Oh my
track
god, I
that
got
thing.
10 hits on 12 die. I love it.
Why am I the one doing the hacking?
Because as soon
I
as
only have 12 die.
as soon as Handtrigger is the main hacker, bad things happen. So I need to select the host and do willpower and firewall.
You're
4.
wild,
So
guys.
it did not succeed. You're in, Andrew.
That was actually only supporting Kenny get in, but sure,
Well,
I'll
he-
take
oh,
it.
I thought you were doing your own backdoor entry.
Yeah, we
No,
can
no,
go
no.
in separately. You're in.
Yes, yes, that is totally what I meant to do the whole time. Yes, yes, I'm totally.
Can we both benefit from the probe, though?
Well, no, because Andrew's already in.
Yeah, okay. So Kenny will make his own backdoor really quick.
I shall take this
Yeah.
rare opportunity of rolling 10 hits on 12 die.
I'll let you have your victory.
Yeah, because don't you have to? I thought you had to have your own.
Yeah,
Entry point.
so I have always made Andrigger play helper to get Kenny in, but then Andrigger was out. So this way, if Kenny gets in, then you're both in and can work together still.
So what I'm hearing is that you know there's going to be a secondary host to get in, and you know he's going to need my help to get into that.
Well, let's try this. What's the worst that could happen? Yay, I'm in.
There's a doorbell ringing. I'll be right back.
Wait, don't you have to actually have hits to succeed?
Do I?
I don't think so. I think it's the standard meets beats. Tie goes to the attacker, etc. I'm not too worried about it. You have edge.
I can't use edge
Why?
because I use the known exploit.
Oh,
Well, not on this test, yeah.
that prevents edge. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
Right,
See,
that's
that's
fine.
hack and slash. I still haven't read all of hack and slash. I read enough to add the matrix actions and then got distracted with other stuff. Mostly
But
Starfinder.
absolutely makes sense though, because Adrigger is like, we're kind of probing together. Adrigger finds something, jumps in, and then I'm like, ooh, I know how to use that exploit, and then I jump in. But that's
Different
You're like,
roles.
well, if it worked for her.
so
Yeah, I mean the probability of getting 10 hits on 12 die is incredibly low. So
You know, I was reading through Hack and Slash the other day. I noticed that the rules as written, the Jack Jockey quality actually prohibits both parties from spending edge.
Which quality does?
Jack Jockey.
Oh, I
'Cause-
haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah, it's interesting. The way it interacts with some of the other rules that are mentioned later on in the book.
So I think I see everything there is to see on this first level of the host.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm having issues. There's a bug that I didn't fix on the GM helper sheet, and it apparently only affects Kenny.
It sounds correct.
That checks out.
It really does. So
Even your bugs know they need to pick on Kenny.
exactly, I've programmed the sheet well. So Kenny and Andriger, I have your OS set up.
Why do I feel like the sheet is asking if it did well, Father?
No, it hasn't attained AI yet.
Question about that bug. Is it something to do with... Well, I mean, Kenny's name isn't that weird, but is it something to do with different characters?
No, you're talking about on the GM helper?
Yeah.
It's when you add somebody to the sheet, if you click the increment button for the OS, it just starts concatenating ones to the end of the number. So you go from 0 to 0, 1 to 0, 1, 1 to 0, 1, 1, 1. And if you count down, it decrements correctly. So you go to 0, 1, and then you go to 0, 0. It's weird.
It's
What I
like
found,
redneck binary.
You kind of,
what
it's
I
broken binary.
What I found, Chuz, is if you start at 10 or above, and then decrement or increment after that, then
Yeah,
it will,
you can
work
count down
fine.
correctly, yes. I just need to fix it. It's easy. I just didn't parse in something.
once it's realized it's an int, because once you've decremented, so you start at 11, then you decrement down to a 10.
Yeah, because I've got, so what I did was I did the parse int on the decrements and forgot it on the increments.
But once it's realized it's an int, it will increment afterwards. So the increments only screws up until before you do a decrement. Once you've decremented at least once, then
Yes.
it knows it's an int.
Exactly, it gets set to an, unless you edit it in the edit screen, and then it turns it into a string again, and you're back to square one.
Exactly.
I hate JavaScript. It's a typed language. So, you are both in, and we have wasted about 10 minutes just saying that you're in. So what's going on?
I had 11 hits to see what the heck's going on in here.
Whoa, yes you did. And you even survived the fade. There's lots of cameras. There's lots of motion sensors. It's very well secured. There's glass break detectors, window alarms, mag locks on all the exterior doors. Not mag locks on the interior doors, though there are some like corridors, have like fire doors, have mag locks.
So motion detection can I see just looking at it how the motion detection is set up so that janitors can be doing their job?
Yeah, it's like a zoned thing, and the zones that the janitors, there are some zones that are off, some that are on.
Okay.
You suspect they probably have a device or whatever that they can say, hey, I'm moving to zone XYZ, and it turns that one off.
Right.
And there's also lots of cameras, as I said previously, I believe.
But another thing that I'm noting here, there is not like a nested security host.
No.
Oh, cool.
This is Ares. You think they have that kind of money?
Do I think they have that kind of money? Yes. Do I think they're willing to spend it on that kind of thing? No.
At least not this thing.
Which would indicate that this isn't actually that valuable a facility to them.
All right.
We might be able to attack the school.
So do I see if there's like a way to deactivate the motion sensing and without setting off some sort of internal like, why is the system offline?
You would have to hack the server, or the host rather. There
I
are
will help you
servers
with
in this game. What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, activity that I would have to take within the host that I'm already inside of, correct?
Correct. You have to do things in the host. Just because you're in doesn't mean you have full control.
I know.
We've done
Tell
this
me what
one.
you want me to roll to help you.
Yeah, I'll point out the different security measures to Andriger that I've noted, and
Oh, also, I need you guys to roll your stealth. Matrix hide.
That's willpower plus sleaze, right?
I thought
I don't
Matrix hide was just for hiding yourself after you get spotted.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the
So what
Matrix
needs to be?
Deception.
What needs? Oh, sorry. Roll your willpower and firewall.
Yeah.
Willpower plus
Firewall.
stealth, isn't it?
It's willpower plus firewall
Okay.
To
I'll roll
resist being spotted.
by patrol.
Yeah.
let's see. Do I click this? Yes, I do.
Trying to find where I rolled it for the thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you're actually, when you're in the host, it looks like a school. So it has very basic sculpting, and you do see that there's a bobby, the British cops with the round hats and the billy clubs, walking around, and you have deftly avoided him, you think.
Quick, disguise yourself as a pregnant woman so you can pee in their hat.
Wait, what? No, we don't want to go down this tangent.
That seemed very specific. Let's
Let's not go down that tangent.
Yes, it did.
All right. What do you want us to roll to turn off motion sensing?
Oh, crap, I need to pull up a character sheet. Oh, there's buttons on this sheet. I'll use this one. Oh, God, there's too many buttons now. What are you trying to do? You're trying to control a system. What is that, like edit file? Let's do control device.
You could also use subvert infrastructure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, those fancy new rolls.
You have to pick what kind of thing you want to control, and then you just get everything that's connected to the host that matches that thing. So, like, you could say cameras or doors, stuff like that.
I feel like with a little bit of potential fade damage, which Jack can easily heal, or hand trigger, I can loop feeds and open doors as necessary once we get in. But motion sensing, it would be easier to just have that not work. Andrigger, did you want to help with this one?
Yep, so what am I rolling?
We settled on
If-
subvert infrastructure, correct?
Okay, cool.
Correct.
Alright, so you're not going to use the fade option then? Yep, I'm happy to do subvert infrastructure to help you. So this is teamworking subvert infrastructure, which I assume I am trained at since I do have the skill. 4.
What do net hits do on that?
That is a great question.
I don't have the book open in front of me.
Let me get the book open real quick so I can tell you.
So, for those of you that are new to this stream, there's a running joke that I don't believe that hack and slash exists.
That'd be really cool if you could just hover over the button and it would pop up what subvert infrastructure does.
Do you realize, A, that would be leading to copyright infringement? Because it's...
Paraphrase.
Okay, that would require me to do a bunch of work, so no.
So each net hit allows us to control one group of similar simple devices.
So
What's
you
that,
have
Chess?
2 net.
Yeah, Chose, I have baby monitors.
So you have one net.
set.
What was the... Well, there's no resistance on your assist. There should be, but I've been told that there isn't.
Yeah, I think all the OS is accumulating on Kenny
Neat.
because he's the one who's doing the actual tests.
Okay, so I just have the OS on actually cracking in.
And Kenny doesn't know what the heck his OS is. He probably
Although,
should.
I gain 1 point of OS for every time you use overclock, though, regardless of whether it's a legal action, right?
Yes.
That is
Sorry.
true.
I did increment it by 1.
You're turning super staticky.
So, I mean, we did. That's only one net hit, but we just wanted to turn the motion detection off. So I think that just turns it off
For the time being?
I feel like yes. Until you're chased out.
Okay. I would like to kind of make a mental note of where cameras are located at within the school and locked doors and any other. Just kind of get an image of any other security features.
So let's do a hash check on that. And I'm going to say it's going to take like 7 hits.
Okay. Is this basically?
It's an
like
extended
extended.
test.
All right.
You want me
I
to
don't
help you start it off, or as teamwork?
Sure, if you want to, and Chuz is okay with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Oh, roll your willpower and firewall again. New round. Damn it. All right, so you're going to do the hash check.
I'm your friendly neighborhood sprite there, Kenny.
Crap.
Did you already do the? Oh yeah, you did 4 hits on it.
Yeah, you got a +4
What
modifier.
And you used override, right? Overclock. Yeah.
Overclock, yeah.
So what's my OS at, since I do have baby monitor?
6.
Hang on a second. I want to actually do the extended test thing, but the problem with the extended test is that I actually have to figure out what my dice pool is every time instead of.
Well,
just
you
letting
can roll the first one, see what your dice pool is, and start the test on the second one with 1 less.
Okay.
That's how I would do it.
But the thing won't keep a tab on the running total because you've got to add the first total, right?
Right, exactly. So you need 2 more.
Yeah.
And
So,
your dice pool's actually going to be -4 because you don't have the modifier every time.
That's
So you would be 16, 15.
right. So my regular dice pool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to get 2 hits on 15 dice. Yeah. So you're able to narrow down, hunt down the files you need with those 2 checks. So you have a general idea. I'm not going to say it's perfect because you don't have like perfect recall or anything, but you've got a general idea of where things are located. You can also tell. Do you have any knowledge on security systems or anything like that?
I have Matrix host design is the closest I have.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. But I mean, you did hash checks. You could copy files and share what you've learned with the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do is get enough files that show the layout of the security features, and that's probably good enough for me. I don't know that there's much else I want to do.
Are you shutting anything down, or are you jacking out?
I just wanted the motion detection off.
Okay, so like I said, once you jack out, that's probably going to turn back on. I feel like if I was designing these hosts, there would be a watchdog timer on there. So you're basically interfering with the watchdog timer and preventing it from turning things back on. But if you leave, you're not doing that. Now, maybe you have a little friend that could do that.
Yeah, I
Cough, cough.
do. I don't know that my little friend could sit around in here.
Oh, it wouldn't necessarily have to be DJ. You could do it with another sprite. They can do a remote task, just like a spirit can, but usually, unless they're a registered sprite, they are done after that task.
Okay. And is this sprite going to have to be continuously hiding?
Maybe have one roll for it.
Okay. Then I
Will
And I'll give you the
assign-
option. Do you want me to have the IC reroll? The patrol IC?
What do you mean?
It's detection check. I have a number. I can re-roll, and maybe it's a lower number, so your sprite has a better chance. It's basically how lucky do you feel, punk?
Can I give my sprite edge?
No, they're not spirits. But you could probably help it, can't you?
Okay, if you'll allow me to help it, then that's fine.
I'll say
Mind
one
you,
shot.
your help is only going to be able to give it as many dice as its level,
Right.
because that's its skill level.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
It's
I will.
rating rather. So do you want the patrol to re-roll, or are you happy with the number it already rolled?
I'll say I'll stick with the number I already rolled, and I'll have my courier sprite that for my 3 level 3s that I have every day. I'll just leave that one here.
Fun fact is that they have the patrol rolls every minute.
Which is why I was like, I don't know that it would be beneficial to just sit in the host. But if you're going to let it be a single roll and be done, that's fine. And then I just don't have access to
Well, what
any
level
others.
sprite are you thinking of using?
I have a pre-summoned one at level 3, or I could summon another one.
So I will tell you something you would probably know as a hacker. A rating 5 host is probably going to have a dice pool of 10 for that ice. So your sprite would have their level times 2. So it's up to you.
Or I could just try and bring a different one in. If you
I
want
think
me
he's saying summon a force 5 or higher sprite.
Or lower and just get lucky against the patrol every time.
Where is? Hang on one second. Phantom. Which one is that?
Yeah, isn't there a sprite that actually can hide better?
So the sprite can conceal a persona or device in such a way as to make it invisible to matrix searches, which is, I think, where the issue came up. Concealed personas or devices can only be found with a matrix perception test that is specifically looking for the hidden icon. Even then, the sprite can make an electronics plus resonance test, with net hits becoming the threshold for the matrix perception test.
So when it is activated, make a matrix perception roll for the patrol ice. So were you saying that that sprite defends against matrix perception?
I believe it functions like invisibility just on the matrix.
Right. So
Yeah.
that would probably work against patrol ice.
All right. Well, I'm doing pretty well on.
Don't say
Edge over here. So I'm
You'll
going
break
to.
it.
I'm gonna just try and get a rating 5 crack sprite to just leave in here, and that's their job.
All right.
I
We
haven't
haven't
tried.
tried to do a rating 5 in a while.
You only need one hit, right? It'd be a
believe so.
one-hit wonder. Ooh, good roll. Nice. Resist fade.
One second here. Then I have a couple other resist fade rolls.
Ooh, barely. So yeah, you've got 5 tasks. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure by the rules. Hey, thank you for the follow. I think, unfortunately, by the rules, if you have the sprite here all by itself doing a thing, when it's done, it's done.
Well, that's kind of what I assumed. So
But I would suggest you would probably, being your player character would know this, would probably tell it something like, "Hey, suppress the motion sensors until 6 hours from now or whatever."
yeah, give it a time window. Tell it to do its best to avoid detection, i.e., continuously using its phantom ability on itself, and just suppress motion detection.
And it's rating 5, so it's pretty good, or level 5 rather.
Yeah, if that's good enough for you to just hand wave it, and we don't worry about the motion sensors for the rest of the thing.
I mean, it would have to roll over half of its dice pool to even have a chance.
Do what?
Well, because it's gonna give, isn't it gonna give Phantom 5 to itself?
No, it makes a test. So it's 10 dice.
Okay.
It would be a 10
About
dice
that
versus 10
threshold.
dice.
It's
But
10
then
dice to set the threshold, and then that's a threshold against the 10 dice, plus 10 dice to hide on top of it.
Right.
yeah,
So it's like guaranteed hits on the next hide.
Mm-hmm.
Or the next defense. Okay, so I'm pretty happy that that's going to be enough to maybe enough to continue suppressing the motion sensors. If things are going too well for you, I can always make it do tests.
Okay. That's all Kenny really wanted to do. He's gonna let Andrigger know that if. Oh wait.
What about the janitorial
Right.
stuff?
Janitorial stuff. We should do that while we're here. So we need to.
It's extra dirty. You need 4 more janitors, right? Or 5? Is this 5? No, it's 4.
Yeah, we basically need to find the files on staff and add in 4 more janitors that have a reason to be here tonight.
Well,
Alright.
3
Yep.
janitors and their android assistant.
And those janitors were definitely on the roster before tonight.
Yes.
So,
And one of them has this condition where they have to wear a trench coat all the time, not because they have, massive wings on their back or anything.
it's going to specifically say that in the record. They have to wear a trench coat, not because they have big wings or anything.
Look, they have to let me in. Otherwise, it's a violation of the Fair Employment Act, right?
Sure. That's what it is.
Human beings are serfs, and you think they worry about fair employment?
I mean, it's
I mean, they have to make it
extraterritoriality.
look good.
You are on Ares extraterritoriality, whatever territory, so they can do whatever the hell they want. Extraterritoriality is a bitch.
We'll just have to hack into Ares' main server in the
Actually-
most secure location.
Actually,
and make sure that
I think the Ares Board of Directors, yes, this just in, the Ares Board of Directors has passed a new law that anybody with bat wings is kill on sight.
Excellent.
I mean, it checks out.
It does, definitely. They're encouraging all others of the top 10, the Big 10, to pass similar laws.
I mean, my experience with people with bat wings is that they're rather bloodthirsty, pretty shady, and they're good at taking people out.
Yep.
Hey,
The guy's like, why, thank you.
I exemplify that. Thank you very much.
All right, so are you doing? You're doing another hash check to find the janitorial records.
If that's what you say, I'm doing. That's
That is what you're doing.
And I can help. I can teamwork him.
Sure,
what.
I'm helping.
One dice is better than no dice.
That is awesome. I love the well die.
You enjoy that so much, don't you? How many hits was that?
The original was, it only took 2 hits.
Yeah, I only lost 1 hit on mine. I only got 1 5.
Yeah, 8 is plenty to narrow it down to, you found the file, now you have to edit it.
Check for data
And I
bombs.
can teamwork on that, can I? Or...
Check it for data bombs.
Yeah, that's
Always
fine.
a good idea.
That's true. Yeah. You want a matrix perception? Can I help? Can I help on the matrix perception, or is that definitely a thing he does alone?
Yeah,
You guys are working together. I don't have a problem with it. Every time you do it, it's at least +1 for Andrigger.
Yeah, but I've got baby monitor, so I know how bad I'm going.
That was.
You guys have
That's
no
not
idea
right.
how freaked out the little dog is because of this thunder. 12 hits, holy Christ!
I mean, it's just checking for data bombs.
Oops, I rolled to GM, but that was 4. So, yeah. You are pretty sure there's no data bomb there.
12 hits on the one check for data bombs.
Well, you know for sure there are no data bombs there.
And you're going to edit file.
Yep, that was to help him.
Kenny is definitely disconnecting after this, just so you know.
Is Kenny using Edge on this? Nope, doesn't need to. Why are you disconnecting? You know, you can. There's an action you can take to find out what your OS is, but there's an action you can take to clean your OS too. But
I could actually do that.
Do it just for the lols.
I love how check OS is actually an illegal action.
Or you could just look at the Twitch.
Shut up!
Well, yeah, because you have to hack into.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no GM helper. It doesn't exist.
I think that's a good idea.
He closed the sheet.
Well, what was my OS? Because I'm not watching this.
What
stream,
is
I
the,
probably should know.
Your OS is 7. What is the threshold for that?
I don't know. Threshold is 4. It says it right there.
Oh, it sure does. I just put that stuff for other people to see, not for me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you know that you have That was an illegal action, so that's at least another point, right?
Yeah.
So
And
you
I
have
used overclock.
and overclock. Sweet. You have 21.
21.
Yeah. I knew I was getting over the comfortable limit, but not into the danger zone yet.
Halfway to. Oh, sorry. I will stop singing.
Jez
you.
is just. Jez, is your arm getting tired?
From the dog, yes.
No, from the patting yourself on the back and all the new stuff you've been rolling out.
What new stuff?
The GM helper sheet. It's working really well.
Yeah, I'm actually tracking OS. Usually I don't. Y'all are screwed now.
All right. I think I'm
Kenny
done
does-
here.
Kenny does have the cleaner complex form, right?
I
think
do,
it's called cleaner.
but
Yeah.
Listen, hear me out on this. I've been
Mhm.
rolling dice for a while now, so I think I'm gonna jack out and say, yeah, I'm done with the Matrix.
Are we actually done? I mean, there's nothing else, right? What we just see cameras and motion sensors and that file system, so which we've added ourselves to. Is that all right, Chos?
So you edited file to add yourselves to it, and you rolled really well on that. Sure, that's fine. You don't have pass cards, but you are on the roster.
I mean, can we give ourselves pass cards? Or...
I mean, how are you going to do that? You're on the roster. You just don't have the physical card.
Yeah, as long as no one asks for it or Jack makes up a good excuse.
Well, they're mag locks. That's how you open the locks.
I
Kenny
mean,
doesn't worry about mag locks.
we have a literal passkey right here.
Oh yes, I forgot. Kenny refuses to acknowledge that locks exist.
Yeah.
Therefore, they don't.
Unless it's a physical one. If it's a throwback lock, Kenny's screwed.
I'm not terrible at opening physical locks, but not as good as Clutch. But I'm the best we have at the moment.
Anyways, I'm gonna click. Oh, that's not a button. Crap. I'm clicking the exit host button. That's not a button.
That's just an action.
Yet all
if
my
we're-
edge goes away, doesn't it?
Can you put it in the the T-Talk? I guess
No,
you
it's
can't.
full.
Can you? That's full. Cool. Well, I guess because I know I'm not getting back into this host again
Pull
after
some
this.
edge out of the T-Talk so you can put edge into the T-Talk.
Don't know if other people can like pull edge out to put in their own pool. I don't know if that's a thing. I really don't know.
Isn't that something you can do in I think it's just a minor action to pull edge.
Anyway, if we're leaving, I guess we're leaving, and then Chuz can laugh and say, "Haha, you didn't do X, Y, Z when you're in the host."
Oh, there's all
I'm
kinds
just
of
gonna
things you
sit
didn't
here
do.
and
I'm not gonna sit here and agonize over did we do everything that we could do in this host that Chuz didn't even have in the lobby.
So,
Well, Androger's very proud of herself. This is the hardest thing she's ever hacked into.
And you got in basically by yourself there.
After helping you.
Except 12. Yeah.
10 dice on 10 hits on 13 dice is very good.
I mean, the way I see it, Andriger's the hero of this story.
Yep.
Kenny got there on the shoulders of greatness. I don't have to kill Kenny, I can just kill his ego.
So that's how that's going.
The it is next. Anyway. So you guys have jacked out, so can I close the GM helper?
I'm done.
See, I feel like the GM helper needs reset buttons by each of the actors. I wonder if there's a pencil eraser icon.
Jack's gonna summon himself up on Mess of Spirits.
A mess, huh?
Are you gonna click the buttons, or do you want me to?
Give me a chance, Christ, man!
Oof.
Well.
So one air spirit and one task spirit. That's all. And the task spirit's optional powers will be engineering, specialized in lockpicking.
I would read it that way, yes, Kenny. You can save it for later. Does that mean that you could literally have, like, you have 4 in the M-Talk, or the TM Talk? Does that mean you could literally have a stash of 11 edge available?
I literally had that until I jacked out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Can you use it on the take 2 edge and give it to 1 edge to another person?
Well, you don't need to. The M-Talk, you can just take it.
Yeah.
But okay, so if we really wanted to be cheesy here, you could potentially use the 4 edge in the T-Tac, or use 2 of it, to give 1 edge to another person, and that puts it in their pool.
Yeah.
So that's a way you could cheese getting edge out of the T-Tac without using it immediately.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If the T-Talk's getting close to full and someone's just an edge monster, you could do it that way. I feel like I would put the kibosh on that pretty quick. Because that's abusive.
1 more.
No, a 0!
Yeah.
Gotta roll at least a 1 on that fade not fade, drain.
Drain, yeah. Okay, so I have a Force 5 Air Spirit with, I think. I don't know. I've lost track now. Yeah, Air with 2 and Task with 5.
I am disappointed. We still don't have any bots yet tonight. We've actually had people, though. That's a good thing. I guess I
Why
can
does it
close
seem
this.
like
You're more excited to find bots than real people.
Because we're never going to make any money streaming, so I might as well have fun murdering bots.
All right, listeners. Jack needs names for his new Air Spirit and his Task Spirit. Go ahead and throw them up in the chat.
Oh, look, now we have no viewers. Good job, Jack.
Cricket.
You put them on the spot, and now that you drove them all
Like-
away.
Like all the other really cool streamers do it, and they get responses. I'm just
Okay.
trying, man.
So your problem is really cool streamers versus us. See, if we actually had a regular audience who participated, we could have things like channel points to name the next spirit. I think I've seen one group that the viewers get to name the NPCs. There have been some really weird NPCs on that stream.
Yeah, didn't the Starfinder?
Yeah, that was the one. It was the Starfinder stream that I was watching.
Well, no, they named the NPCs after their Patreons. I remember they used to do that too.
Oh, who did this?
That was the Starfinder group.
Oh, the one that I was that I told you guys I was watching.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention. I didn't pay too much attention to. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
The funny guy who plays Varvatos Vex.
Yeah, that one. Varvatos Vex is the best cartoon character ever. I really wanted to make a player character based on him, but I have to watch the cartoon a couple times to get the voice down, or at least a facsimile thereof, but I can't maintain it.
I felt I was doing pretty good in the Starfinder game with
Yes.
Oh no, but I lost interest so fast, and I'm sorry, it wasn't you.
No, Starfinder's complicated, and also that one combat was kind of frustrating because I ran it wrong because I didn't know any better. Speaking of sidetrack time, so last night's Starfinder game, they're level 4. The BBEG threw 3, let's call it lightning bolts, down a hallway. I had them stacked up in a hallway, 2 of them at deep, and threw 3 lightning bolts in 3 rounds. It was the first one was 47, the second one was 34, and the third one was 27. But the rat bastard reflex saved and had evasion, so I took nothing. I could have, if I had wanted to kill them, which I really don't want to. I just want to make it challenging. I could have backed down the hall like 10 more feet to draw 2 more of them in, and I could have at least taken out 2 or 3. I downed 1. Who do you think I downed?
What's her name?
No, she stayed up because she's playing a tank. It was Phantos's character, Stitches, who is the medic that's not a medic. He likes to go in the rooms first.
The doctor with no combat skills.
Yes,
right?
the doctor with no medical skills outside the medicine skill that can only be used outside combat. Anyway, back to Shadowrun. I don't have any fun stories about nearly killing the entire party in Shadowrun yet. Maybe tonight's the night. So, best team ever. Yes. You've conjured spirits, so what is the plan? Crickets.
Three
I
janitors and their three janitors and their assistant android are going to be walking in there, right?
Yeah, the androids for lifting and moving desks. Someone hurt their back moving a desk once, and now we're contractually obligated to leave any lifting over 50 pounds to androids.
And that's why they have to wear that trench coat to hide the back braces holding their back together.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I'm not hiding anything under this trench coat. It's a back brace. Some Yahoo thought it would be funny to put a 40-pound weight inside their desk and not tell the janitorial staff.
It was probably the PE teacher. He had a couple of 45-pound plates in his desk.
Yeah, just so he could do curls, in between classes.
All right, so that's your plan. How are you going to get in? You don't have key cards.
We have a key card.
We have a Kenny.
You have the any key, the Kenny key.
Based on the layout. So actually, are we headed for the basement? Is that what the plan is, or what are we do? How are we doing this?
I do have a maglock passkey, which might get us or allow us to pass some maglocks.
That would be beneficial to avoid Kenny getting a splitty headache.
I mean, and I did summon the little task spirit guy, so he's got engineering and lockpicking.
Keep talking for like 3 minutes. I need to grab a drink.
And it got really quiet.
But so
the spirit would probably be better at opening these doors, just because the maglock passkey
It gets 12 dice.
Does it have a toolkit?
I have a toolkit. Jack carries toolkits.
Look at you being all prepared. You're like a Boy Scout.
Yeah, I am.
He's like a shaman with the ability to summon spirits to do anything he wants them to do.
So are we going to try and figure out what's inside that ward in the basement of a school?
That was my assumption.
Okay.
Let's go down and look at it physically. So.
Well, yeah, we need to.
Yeah.
Have meet people go inside the ward. So
Does Kai still have the janitor cart from one of the previous missions?
I believe that was actually Clutch that had that. So.
Oh, you're right, because he was using it for his drone.
I'm gonna say no. However, I am gonna use my wings to hide
You've
something.
got a relay, right? Yeah, you've got a relay, right?
No.
Relay backpack or something.
Yeah, I do have
a relay.
I do have a relay backpack. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna stay in the van, so at least one of us won't die.
I mean, you know the dump shock and other matrixy things are a thing, right? And there's
They're
missiles.
not gonna kill me.
Denver's dangerous. Random vehicles get hit by missiles.
So I'll be the only one who ends up dying, huh?
I mean, Major went first, so.
So
Look,
many times.
If you need to, my Ingram Grey Knight is in the trunk of my car. Just grab that. Hopefully the guy we tied up won't decide he wants to try and shoot his way out.
And why do you have an Ingram Grey Knight? I've never seen you use it.
It's exclusively for when we have a chase scene.
Well, the one time we did that, you flew around.
Well, yeah, but I got this after that.
Oh, okay. And where's the flamethrower?
I mean, I could bring in the flamethrower if you want. It's in my
No,
car
I just
too.
yeah, I just wondered where you were keeping it. If you kept them all in your car.
Yeah, it's all in my interceptor.
So it just has to blow up your car, and
Yes, and then I would cry.
I'm sorry, I was reading the Discord. There's a whole discussion going on in the chat associated with our voice channel.
I need to
Like,
see
I
this.
don't know what the heck happened.
There's a discussion on whether root beer is the only thing that can be used for floats or not.
Obviously, you have to use IBC root beer or nothing.
I'm on team
Oh,
any root
and-
beer works, but IBC is good. I prefer mug or Hires is
Mug's
pretty good too.
Mug's my favorite. Yeah, or A&W if you can find it.
I mean, I like all of them.
Or birch beer. Birch
Birch
beer
beer's
is
good.
a good substitute to root beer.
Okay, so you've got a plan. You're gonna just walk in like you own the place, pretending you have a key card, but when you actually have a Kenny card, right?
I mean, I'll hold my maglock passkey up to the thing so it looks like we're scanning a key card while
Excellent. Yeah, because you haven't done anything with the cameras. Are you disguising your persons in any way?
yes, I am going to disguise my bat wings and mood hair.
Well, yeah, you were gonna wear a trench coat or something, and you had a profile, a no lifting profile.
Yes. And, you know, a strange hump that looks oddly like a rifle.
Could be worse. Could be a no shaving profile. Don't ask.
That sounds like there's a story there.
There's always a story with those. And only occasionally is it true.
And
So
usually you don't want to know.
who does Jack look like?
Just some rando guy.
Random.
I'll look like Toro this week.
Oh, why are you gonna do Toro like that?
Fresh
You can
my.
throw him under the bus like that?
Oh, yeah.
I'll look similar to, just similar to.
You're gonna look like convenience store clerk 001,
Yes.
part B.
I figure that's a pretty good janitor impression.
Sure, it's yeah. Okay, so you guys are in and you're traipsing around. You said you're headed to the basement directly?
Yeah, we probably have somewhat of a idea of the layout, so going by the most direct route possible.
Yeah, you probably got a floor plan of at least the hallways from those files that you pulled.
And Andrea would have confirmed or, denied anything from her experience of wandering around the astral, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. That's one nice thing about being a Decker and a Matrix person. You can like verify.
You mean a rigger and a matrix person?
Yeah, well,
Well,
she's
I am the best Decker we've got in the team.
Exactly.
That is undeniable.
Well, just
Not the
because the
best matrix
decker
person.
is a matrix person.
What?
I'm a rigger, a Decker, and a mage.
Deckers are the matrix people who aren't technomancers.
Exactly. That's why I said I'm the best Decker. I'm not the best Matrix person, I'm the best Decker
Hmm.
in the party.
So, yeah.
So you make your way down to the basement room with the ward. I would never encourage you to do something dangerous like beeline it.
It's fine. We're
It's
just gonna go
all
to
fine.
the most secure part of the facility and hope that nobody notices that.
I mean, at this point, what is the only non-awakened people going to go through now?
You know, I mean,
You realize you're the only non-awakened person in the party at the moment, right, Kenny?
Yep.
I do.
Is-
What?
Aren't technomancers technically awakened?
Nope.
No,
No, they're not.
Oh, really?
They are not wizards.
They're emerged.
Sprites are not spirits.
Ah.
They just sound really close and spell really close.
Gotcha.
Yeah, technomancers are their own little niche thing that is generally forgotten about in Shadowrun.
Explains
before.
so much.
They're pretty strong.
Yeah. I mean, after hack and slash, before hack and slash, jeez.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to go up against a technomancer that happened to have like a assassin sprite of any significant rating.
Or yeah.
You know,
Um,
if I was in the Matrix. Outside the Matrix, that's not really super terrible.
outside of the Matrix, I slap you with marionette.
Yes, yes, that is terrible.
That is terrible. Ban this, please.
A lot of groups do.
Is that the one where they can take over the wares?
Yes.
Yeah, the
Hey, I
sidewalk.
recognize this Dan floor.
Oh yeah, I needed a map so I could drag an NPC out. And then I realized I didn't need to drag the NPC out. All right, so you're going to observe the ward. So there's a door.
Yep. So let's just recap. It's taken us 2 hours, and we're inside the building.
We've gotten in.
You're in the building and outside the room that you think is where you need to be.
Now, to be fair, I believe Major will have no trouble getting past the ward, right?
Yeah, she's not magical.
This
So-
is totally the sole reason I sent Major in.
Did you want to sense the ward in person?
Yeah, Jack will sense the ward in person. Hopefully roll better than the last sensing. Holy mackerel. Yay, 4 hits.
Yeah, it's a rating 8 ward. There's something special about it, but I feel like you would have to have like 6 or 7 hits to know that. Only a sensing table. I could not find anything that tells you how you learn anything about wards. Uh-oh, we lost Docs.
Yeah, my thing was updating very, very slowly, so I decided to
Yeah.
refresh the page.
Good. Time to kill the party while Kai is distracted.
Sweet.
Haha, I'm back before you could do anything of note.
What are you talking about? You're already all dead.
Oh no!
It happens so fast.
The moment I turn around.
Well, there's a door. Were there any cameras
has
on
the
the
map
other side of
changed?
the door?
Because I'm still on the main map.
No, the map has not changed.
Um,
Jack was looking at the stream and seeing stuff.
Yeah, should I look at the stream? Because I generally avoid the streams.
So there's
No.
no temptation.
No, there's nothing to see on the.
Except for a giant Jack.
Why is Jack so big?
Jack is
So-
no longer with.
He's cleaning.
Jack died. Oh no.
So do we need to open this door, or
Well, you can open the door, but most of you can't go through it easily.
But if you guys open the door and look on the inside, we can see what's on the other side. So we'll just come
Well-
through.
Kenny was wondering if there's cameras on the other side of the door.
I don't know. You should be able to make.
There were not.
Yeah.
Actually, that room is kind of like it's kind of a dead space in any maps you found.
Oh no, it's a Faraday cage.
No, it's just a secret. It's not on the plan.
Oh no, it's a secret.
so what happens if I try and go through this with my 1 magic?
You would, your face would get smushed up against the barrier, and someone would be alerted that you were attempting to go in there.
Okay.
I guess Kenny will open the door. Or try to.
Or Major can, in case it's trapped, if you like.
Oh, that's true. Major can go
Hmm.
through there.
No. Clearly Kenny needs to be the one to open the door.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, no, Kenny does it because Kenny's carrying the passcode, right? Which we legitimately have.
100% legitimately, yeah.
Yeah, sure. You have the passcode to the secret room that wasn't even in the computer maps. Uh-huh. That makes absolute sense.
It does, really.
Well, it does when you have a technomancer like Kenny.
Oh,
You
that
got
didn't
that
work.
touch
Control power, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just need to see the door to open it, but there's probably nothing fancy and electronic about this door. It probably has perfectly normal and non-electronic traps that are going to cut me to pieces.
I hate that your tokens on the main window are not the right size, or the start screen rather,
Why?
because I keep forgetting to adjust them. So when I put you on other maps, you're the wrong size.
Well, you can always fix that if you want to.
That would take effort.
It's
And,
easier just
and unlike Deadpool, I am not into maximum effort.
Really, with stuff like that, it's just easier to fix it every single game when it comes up as opposed to fixing it permanently one time.
I know, right? I mean, how else are we going to fill a stream of indeterminate length?
By
I thought
talking
this-
about things that aren't even related to the stream.
I thought this whole thing was just your way of stress testing your sheet.
It is, but you're not supposed to know that, so forget you know that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to populate some stuff here, and then I'll move you to a map. I did not make a map for this because I didn't think it was necessary.
Why did you not think it was necessary?
Okay,
Because
because
you
I
have
didn't
played
want
with
to.
this
Before.
Okay, because I didn't want to.
Did you think we would
I'm
see
happy
a rating 8 ward and go, nah, we're done?
I'm happy to what is it theater of the mind, this whole thing, you know, we just successfully walk in there, we successfully take everything, and we
I
successfully
don't.
walk
I
out. There
don't
you go.
like. I don't like your theater. Your theater sucks. It should be condemned.
It's short, quick and to the point.
Look,
It's the theater of efficiency.
just
Okay.
because the theater has had a long history of radon gas leaks, and we never got around to changing the asbestos-lined ventilation, doesn't
Exactly,
mean
that's why
there's
we had to
anything wrong with it.
Exactly, that's why we had to send in the asbestos people to check in your place, because they knew it would be going into our theater, right? To be fair, the strata where I live, they still send around an asbestos checking guy every 3 years, I think it is, because it's a government requirement policy just to make sure that the asbestos is still safely stowed. So
I just love the fact that someone was like, if we spray this on the ventilation shafts, then the rats die whenever they enter them. That's probably fine for the shafts that transport the air we all breathe.
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
I love the fact that they knew it was dangerous and toxic in the 80s, but in Australia you could still sell it after they knew it was, you know, destructive. So it's like Harvey, what was it? Not Harvey Norman. James Hardy, the asbestos manufacturer in Australia, basically got an exemption from the Australian government in like '88 or something that allowed them to sell their stockpile. And so they said, as of July of whatever year it was, I think it was, they aren't allowed to produce anymore. So what did James Hardy do? They ramped up production just before
Okay.
they were supposed to cut it off.
So I'm ready, but I need to find out how you're going to get into this room. You've opened the doors. I'm actually going to move you outside. I think you can. I can do that. And then I will move you to this map. It may look somewhat familiar. Can you see?
What the?
Yeah, I think you can.
I see.
So I think what you should see is a interesting runic symbol on a floor,
And a lot of people gathered around
and
it.
a lot of people gathered around it. Yes, At a glance, it looks like they may be doing some sort of ritual. Nerdy Sauce says what you were talking about is also used to make 80s popcorn ceilings. So there is a rating 8 barrier that's going to prevent all but 2 of you from going in, at least without quite some effort.
I think only 2 of us want to go in.
I mean, rating 8 barrier. It's okay. I got this. Let's see.
Drag Kai in, and then he won't be able to get out when we have to run away.
That's
Guys!
cruel.
So yeah, Jack will try and force his way through the barrier.
Do you
Now
have
the
any of
question is,
your
who got stand-
are
who
any of
got
your
stand at the door?
talismans active?
So I will drop my one of my spells. So
Just
I will
maintain
need
increased charisma, I
3.
assume?
I will need a total of 4 net hits to get myself through the barrier, 5 to get Kai through. Because I've got foci.
You see how important you are, Kai? He's willing to bring you through as an afterthought, but the foci, they're coming.
But myself, the foci,
blame
and the
him.
1 spell. So I only need 3 hits to get myself through, and then 1 hit to get Kai through.
No.
You're 4th on the list there, Kai.
So I'm gonna roll my 21 dice.
And
I
hope.
just click on. I can't just click on magic. Oh, I can click on charisma and add magic.
Yeah, I haven't done it the other way. What was the modifier of 3? Oh,
That's
from
my
the talisman.
power.
Focus. Yeah.
My
So you
foci.
needed 4. So you're using a foci to fuck-eye.
Yeah. But it rolls. It rolls 16 dice against me, and then I take net hits.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I get to defend. Seven. Woo!
All right. I will. I will re-roll my failures.
At that point, Dexter here in the front turns around.
Well, the roll
Roll
isn't
initiative, I assume.
done yet.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
So I'm gonna re-roll my failures.
Oh, you were going to use Edge. Okay.
Yes, I'm using
Yeah.
edge. So I will drop my charisma. So I don't need to bring Kai through. He can shoot through the doorway.
Bullets don't have to penetrate.
So Jack's forcing his way
The
through
bullets
the
are
barrier.
mundane.
Exactly. Unless they have spells on them, which isn't a thing yet in SR6. Apparently.
Can't you put spells on shotgun shells?
Not in
No.
SR6. You used to be able to
Not yet.
spell ammo, but apparently not anymore.
Yeah, it's an SR5 thing. You can put spells on bolts
Preparations
for
on-
crossbows
Yeah.
and arrows.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
so Jack can go in, Kenny can go in, Major can go in, Kai cannot go in.
This is okay.
I
So,
will take
and
cover.
when Dexter turned around, Dexter says, "Excuse me, you do not belong here. What are you doing?"
Yeah, we're just cleaning the room here, sir.
I'm not
we were
buying
told
it.
to clean down in here.
I'm not buying it. But you can.
But I look like a cleaning man, and I obviously talk like.
I was going to say, but you can roll your con.
And there was your mistake.
Yeah, that's a 5.
What was it? My
Forgot about that.
mistake.
Let's see.
Why has my con been changed to intuition? Has the GM been messing with my sheet?
I have not.
Actually, no. You made me roll con with intuition for something.
No,
last
you
time.
chose to roll con intuition for something.
No.
You were probably making a intelligent argument as opposed to a charismatic
Okay.
argument.
Sure.
What is that against judge intentions? I don't have judge intentions. What is that? Willpower and intuition? Hover over your judge intentions.
Yes, willpower plus intuition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
willpower plus intuition.
Oh, so close. They
Maybe you
suspiciously.
Maybe you give Jack a threshold because it's such an unbelievable story,
They
Which reduces
his hits.
No, I'm not going to
but-
do that. They
But we
very
have,
suspiciously
I've
look
got
at you.
costumes and
Yeah, you've done prep. I'm okay with taking the loss here. They definitely don't fully believe you because janitors aren't supposed to come in here. This is a secret room.
we were just told to clean the basement, and this room is here. We didn't know it was
This-
down here. So
The
just
doors
checking on
aren't
it.
the doors aren't your average. Oh, look, there's a door here. It's a secret door. You just found it. I hand waved all that.
Okay.
So why are you here? I know I'm pretty sure you're not janitors. And the other 7 mages, you're assuming mages because the chanting and the hand waving and stuff are still doing their thing.
Man, what are you guys doing? Is this some type of
That's
weird new agey sex toy thing?
You know what? That's just wrong. We're gonna do this.
I mean,
yeah.
you're hanging out in your kinky basement here.
What in the hell?
What am I supposed to think?
Well, who just dropped gas?
I'm just, getting an idea of how far
No, you're not.
things
Go
are
away.
for no particular reason.
Don't,
And hey, the polite way is to say who passed gas,
don't
okay?
gas my mages, you bastard. Dexter just astrally ascends to you. Oh, by the way, you went through, right? So you're there. Did Kenny and Major come through?
Huh?
Did Kenny? I was asking Kenny and Major if they stepped in.
Yeah, if
Major does,
Jack
sure,
would
for
go
sure.
in.
And
Kenny would
what are
go
the
in.
spirits doing?
So I can't bring them through because I didn't get enough successes.
Right. So are they just standing out there like fingers in their spiritual butts?
Yeah. That's yes. I mean, I know why you went there because I talked about the Kiki sex room, but maybe we should drop that conversation.
I don't
Move
even
on.
know what you're talking about. I really don't. It's just an expression. Thumb up your ass means you're not doing anything. Anyway. So why are you really here? I know you're awake, and I know you just came through through our ward. That's pretty powerful. So I respect that. But what are you doing here? What is your purpose? What is your favorite color?
I
Blue,
don't
no, red, yellow.
remember. To be honest, I had like an old man moment last week, and I don't remember anything about this stuff.
You're here because somebody was trying to murder Arkane.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, we got this buddy, and he asked us to check this place out. Arkane, do you know him?
I do not. You can feel free to roll judge intentions.
Well, in fact, I will.
And you know he's lying through his teeth. Even Kenny knows he's lying.
So I kind of feel like, based on the glyphs, the hieroglyphs, I read hieroglyphs really well, and it says we are here to kill Arkane.
Actually, you know what? Roll. Do you have any magical knowledges?
I have Arkana.
I know you do, but you can't sense or anything.
I have traditions.
So that I'll give you that. So do a memory test.
I'm really, really bad at those.
Good. I found your weak point. All you know is this is a ritual of some sort. That much is obvious. Probably even.
Wow,
No,
hey
it's
guys,
probably
this
even
is what
obvious
I
to
figured
Kai.
out.
The whole standing
Wow.
in a symmetrical thing. That's not because the
Yeah.
GM is OCD. That's because it's a ritual. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, these weird people in the robes and little sacrificial daggers and stuff. Yeah,
There's no
it's a
daggers.
ritual.
Well, maybe
I
that,
was wrong
maybe
at
that
first.
one lady.
This is a kinky sex party. It's absolutely a magic ritual. Now that
Anyway.
I've taken a second look.
So you know that. So they said no, we're not trying to kill Dr. Arkane.
Well, just for the sake of argument, if you were trying to kill him or someone, like how would you guys go about it?
We would never do that. What is
Like-
what? Why are you here? So Arkane sent you, and now the other 7 stopped chanting and doing their thing.
Yeah. He got a restraining order put out against all the people that were trying to kill him, and we've been sent to serve the restraining order, which is inside my jacket, and I'm just gonna chuck a stun grenade in the middle of the circle.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I was waiting for this. Chose, I have a
so
quick question.
select your tokens, roll for initiative. I'm ready to answer your quick question.
I can't, actually, I forgot. I don't have stun grenades on this because I have a flash pack though.
Could I have hidden my Raiden under my wings?
I said no when you first came in.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Oh, damn it! The frickin' sandbox is.
So, is ITP down or whatever?
No, the group roller is. Everything is. The sandbox is down because Roll20 is amazing.
So we didn't really establish what we were or were not bringing in originally.
Yeah, pretty much. You did not.
But I mean, we were going into a building where we knew there were some people, but we didn't detect like chem sniffers or anything like that, right?
There would have been chem sniffers on a school.
So
Would
no
they have-
explosives.
Only hermetically sealed explosives.
So, like, stun grenades.
I don't think so.
I'm good with my flashback.
Yeah, that's all electronic.
So no stun grenades.
I
But
believe
easily
that's-
concealable firearms. We're fine.
I believe that's where we're at.
There we go.
Yeah,
I assume my SMGs got through, right?
Yeah,
I like
SMGs and smaller would not be a problem.
Okay.
Wow. That was not the best roll, but not terrible.
Let me see.
If you wanted to do a quick ascents before initiative starts, you may feel free to, Jack.
Sure.
Nobody has done anything aggressive yet because you said yourself you don't have the grenade.
Well, I had the flash pack. I would have pulled that out and pointed it towards them.
Pointed at it.
Point at it. Don't make me flash you. Wait, what?
I mean, I've still
Slid
got
it
my
across
stun
the
guard
floor.
jewelry, so...
I love the jewelry.
And
Yeah,
if it's wireless, you can disable or you can designate people for it to not flash.
Yes. But yeah, so yeah, Jack was absolutely planning to throw something in the middle of the ritual to disturb it, and the only thing he had was a flashback.
Well, they've stopped chanting. So you know that they are all awakened. They're all annoyed. None of them seems particularly aggressive emotionally. Even Dexter, who you've been messing with.
But I felt like he was lying to me about trying to kill Arkane.
Well, you know that was a lie. It wasn't a very well disguised lie. It was just like somebody asks you a question, you instinctively deny it. Yeah, unfortunately, a 2 doesn't get you a whole lot of information. That just ain't right, Andrew.
Thank you for that. God.
Hey, it could have been worse. You could have been turned around 180 degrees.
Maybe it should be an animated GIF.
Maybe it shouldn't.
Why do I hang out with you people?
Because it's fun. Mostly because Kai has guns.
Yeah, but I wasn't allowed to bring most of them.
Right. So what are we doing? I can press. Am I pressing the start button, or are you going to do your aggressive thing, Major? What are you doing?
I mean, if it looks like they're going to be aggressive, then she'll be aggressive first and gel them.
They haven't done anything aggressive yet.
Then I'll take the Overwatch. So, I will surreptitiously have Major draw out her Viper, and
The fancy
It's
one?
the fancy Viper skin one, which is
It's
just
just
basically the FNP, right?
Yeah, it's the same gun. It's just from the ASP consortium.
Exactly. So she'll pull that out because that's totally not going to give her away. And she'll have it behind her trench coat, since I'm assuming we're all wearing effectively trench coats.
So you look
Since,
like one of the Secret Service people that has their hand in their coat and it's obviously on a gun.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
I'll do the Overwatch to shoot, I guess.
Excellent.
And I'll take full I can't take full defenses every gift, so it's okay.
Jack.
Jack's the boss because he's a taxi driver. We're all janitors. That's
Yeah,
the
Jack-
rankings in the in the secret police, right?
Oh, Jack is unavailable. Well, Jack has to decide to be violent or not, so... We'll give it a minute. Why don't we take 5, guys?
Bio break.
Bio break.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll be back in 5. I'm not going anywhere because you guys let me go get my drink earlier. I lied. I'll be right back.
So apparently I scared someone off the server
How did you scare people off the server?
by being an asshole. Look at the chat. The Discord chat.
Which Discord chat?
Chuz is one for this the voice chat.
Wait, off of DWB?
Yeah. The voice chat for this channel, or the text chat for this channel. The person that was like telling me that I shouldn't like root beer, apparently I offended them enough that they left.
I mean, that sounds like they shouldn't be debating something as opinionated as favorite root beer float thing on a random server with internet strangers.
They literally just joined the server today and started by telling me that root beer is mid and I should be drinking hard cider or some shit. Like, what?
I want to know what the hell is mid.
Meh. It average. Who cares about it? Type of stuff.
So it's new kid speak.
Yes.
Why? Just why?
There's so many birthday cards like that are like that, where it's like, you know, show this without this, and then it like takes the whole part of the card out or something like that. You know, just dumb shit. Anyways.
Oh, I should probably put the BRB screen up. There we go. So is everybody back?
Did anyone leave?
Well, Ski was gone. Jack was gone, rather.
I think Ski's the one we're waiting on to return from the bio break.
I mean, Ski was typing a Discord 1 minute ago.
And had time to manipulate an image. I mean, though, to be fair, it only takes about 5 seconds.
I mean, for that one, yeah, that's literally download, go into images, rotate, re-upload.
Exactly.
Now, what would have been really impressive is if the text didn't get rotated.
That would be AI black magic.
I need to learn how to use AI to do quick edit stuff. I know the tools exist. I just don't know where they are or how to use them.
So I've put it to the mods that Baron should be removed from the server for being a bully. I pointed out that I've already kicked Ski, so maybe Baron's next.
That tracks.
Whatever they decide, it needs to be someone other than you that does it.
I just need permission.
If you're going to kick me, it has to be during the stream.
Actually, it should probably be like in the middle of the epics.
Ooh, I'm DMing both of them. Please ban me right beforehand.
Right? Oh, I'm sorry, I am butthurt. I am not going to DM these. Please don't do me any favors. By the way, my ritual square here is actually a token border. I was scrambling for art to make this. This is definitely not the warehouse you went in Mission 2, with gray pasted over the map. I also just realized it's not centered properly. Oh, it's uncenterable. Not cool.
What?
There's 5 squares above the top guy, and there would be 4 below the bottom one if they were spaced properly. No, it's 5. Yeah. Oh no, I moved the map.
While you're moving stuff around, why don't you just dump all of us in the middle of the ritual circle? Should be fine.
Nothing to see here. Well, because then Kai would actually have to be in the room.
And? What's your point?
I'm okay with being inside the room.
Why is Major... What's the red dot on Major?
Overwatch.
Ah, okay. Hurry up, Jack!
Yeah, in D&D I use a red dot to represent when I've got a ready action, so I figure Overwatch is the most important as well.
Don't make me call the stream and come back to this next week.
That would be horrible, wouldn't it?
I just want to get this headache over with. I have a headache, actually, but that's not your guys' fault. That's traffic.
So I take it our code name to you is now traffic?
No, it was literal traffic. The drive to pick my wife up from work usually takes 25 to 30 minutes. Today it took an hour and a half. Invisibility. Okay, so somebody drag the flashback thing out.
Where is it? Someone put it in a folder where it probably should be. Maybe the effects template.
Oh no, it didn't scatter, so that's good.
Wait, 0 hits and it didn't go anywhere?
Yeah, it was a scatter direction was 8, but it was 0 meters. Wait, it was supposed to prompt me for hits. It did, yeah. Oh, I did the wrong range, so that was how many meters? Well, I mean, it would have to be near, right? Oh, 5 meters in direction 8. I'm
8
estimating.
is roughly. It's
In the same direction, slightly to the right. Yeah, on the scatter thing.
Probably about
7
there.
is
Continuing exactly in the same direction.
Yeah, so it's probably there. Yeah, it's roughly 5. I'm guesstimating, so yeah, I'm good with that. All right, so yeah, it's the right scale. So Dexter and 1 mage are unaffected. I like how he's using invisibility against 8 awakened people. Who is moving my grenade?
So this triggers my Overwatch after this is resolved, correct?
Yeah.
Then I shall be shooting the Dexter.
He's the big bad.
Shooting Dexter. Okay. Go ahead and roll. Six hits against Dexter. You're using gel? Good.
I don't think I've used anything other than gel.
No. Defends with all of their might and successfully just completely evades any kind of damage, obviously. That's 8.
Wow, I might actually be able to hit stuff in this combat.
Okay, so combat has been initiated. The damn tracker crashed again. Alright, I gotta figure out what these guys can do. They can do everything I want them to.
Fireball.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, they have 0 spells. Why? Why do they have 0 spells?
Sounds like the perfect mage to me.
Well, they only need, like, 2.
Ski, can you post that link that
Says
says
what
He's on
drones
the phone.
resist with.
Because I think for most spells, the drones impose their object resistance 15. Ski had that little post that shows what they oppose with for each thing. But I'm pretty sure most of it defaults to the 15 object resistance. So.
I hope not all of my mages are missing their spells. That would be bad. All right, so this one's going to cast fire at.
Because if mage is included, then I believe the her object resistance opposes it, so they'd be aware. Well, I assume they can tell she's a drone. It's up to you. She does have realistic features 3, and she doesn't have any weapons popping out of her. She's actually like picking out the weapons with her. So.
No, they're casting it right here with the intent of catching Kenny and Kai.
Right.
So Kenny and Kai, you need to roll your indirect combat resistance.
Indirect spell resistance or something.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I didn't change this to gameplay. Sorry, viewers. There you go. Now you can see the map. Casting a fireball right here.
Hopefully 5 is good enough for me to avoid damage.
It would appear to be.
There's lots of edge available.
Can I get them to reroll 2?
Sure.
Or 3?
3?
3.
Okay, so they have 1 hit, so you have avoided it as well. Excellent. That was their turn. Do they have extra actions? They do not, do they? No, just the 1. Wait, no, they do. Oh, cool.
But they forgot the most important action of all, rolling their fade, their drain.
No, they didn't forget. They just chose not to.
Oh, okay. This is Kenny's plan for getting rid of the mages. Have them knock themselves out casting spells at him.
So they're gonna Kenny themselves?
Kenny knows how this works.
First of all,
I believe that's 1 net drain, right?
So 6.
2,
right?
it's 7. Fireball 7, it says it in the spell. Because I increased area. I already did the damage. And they're going to cast a lightning bolt at Major.
Now, I'm 99% sure she resists with her object resistance.
It's electricity.
Yeah, but she's still an object and that's magic, so I'm pretty sure she still opposes with 15 damage.
Okay.
Well, is it indirect?
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what the sheet had, because we had this discussion with Ski.
It is indirect.
Yeah,
Because
but
if it's indirect, doesn't it have to try and resist the physical thing that it's creating, not the...
Yeah, the object resistance.
well, that's why I wanted
That's
Ski
the
to post
15.
the thing. Yeah, that's why I wanted Ski to post that picture link he had again. I really should get a copy of that for myself.
Go ahead and use your object resistance, which is 15
Yeah.
dice. Against 2 hits, I'm pretty sure you're going to be alright. Oh, that's painful. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
These NPC mages are really poorly built.
Drones are pretty good against magic.
Can
Alright,
you post that that picture
Hi.
of what drones use against various magic again? I'll
Was that-
actually bother getting a copy of it.
Just the thing from Street Weird?
Could be.
Kai, it's your turn.
Yeah.
I am going to... take a shot at... How far, or how big is this map?
Every square is 5 feet. I mean, the grenade is 10 meters radius. That's 20. It's 24 meters wide. It's probably square because I'm OCD, so it's probably
I'll be able
24 by
to-
24.
I'll be able to hit the people at the end of the circle, so I'm gonna shoot this person with my taser, which I will retrieve.
Yeah, that has a 20-meter range.
Well, this one's the Pulsar 2, so it has much larger range.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's the one that shoots self-contained taser rounds.
What is the orange circle for?
That was
I
where the
have no idea.
flashback landed.
Yeah, I've got the grenade centered on it.
Yeah.
So defense. She's an orc. She's going to defend everything because orcs are awesome. Or not. 3 and 4 is 7. Gonna soak that. All of it. Yep, she soaks all of it because she's amazing.
She not have any dice pool modifiers for the flashback?
Oh, probably. What? It's blind 2. What is blind 2?
-2 dice, unless she has flare compensation of some type.
So she would have just taken 1 more damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I will shoot the same one because it's probably better to take someone down if I can.
Against 4. By the way, their DR is 10.
Well, my AR with this is only 11, so
4. Tie goes to the attacker. And of course, no edge.
but I have Shooting Mastery.
They
Agility.
should have 7 edge because they're PR 7. But I'm playing them as individuals, not as mooks. So 4, soaking 4, takes 1.
Oh well, I tried. I will use my 1 remaining action to step right here behind this wall.
The worst thing about this is all of those mages are different sheets, but I don't know which one's which because they're all named Black Lodge Mage.
If they're linked, can't you just do alt double tap on the token?
I window pane the sheets so they become little translucent squares, but if you do that, it makes it twitch so I can figure out which one it is. Oh, good, he has it.
Jeez, he's got a lot of spells.
He has all of the spells.
Oh, okay.
No, he doesn't have all of them. It just seems like it.
Yeah, you're scrolling for days. I can't read the titles, but
I was looking for a specific one. I'm going to try something. He's going to try to break or bend Major's legs to make her unable to stand.
Wow, this should be interesting.
Shake
So-
metal.
Roll those object resistance dice. Oh,
You can animate 0 cubic meters.
except I have edge and I'm using all of it.
I have edge, so I'll use my 2 edge to get you to reroll 2. Then if you're gonna use,
Okay, so we'll do the 2 first. So that's down to 5. And he had a 19 dice pool, so he's rolling 12. So 5 and 5 is 10 against your 7.
I guess that means you can animate her leg. What is it? It's half a cubic meter, which I think is most of her body with 3 net hits, right?
Something like that. So basically, he's just trying to. I think what he's going to do is. I specifically was targeting legs. I think he's just going to twist her legs like a pretzel, so she can't use them and she's facing the wrong way.
Okay.
And obviously, you have the same spell, so you'll be able to undo this if everybody survives.
Yeah,
Because
I have
animate
shade.
metal, I don't think it's going to do damage.
It's up to you. I believe animate metal, you can make it do damage.
I could see it like causing some of the plastic parts to pop off, but nothing unreparable. I don't have it in for Major, but Major is definitely having issues.
Yeah, no. Major is probably the most dangerous thing to them. Since
Yeah.
she's drunk.
Exactly. And they are going to...
Think they're
Drain test?
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. They'll probably knock themselves out. I always forget drain because I don't play mages.
I'm pretty sure it's a 6 drain for.
It's on the spell. Or should be, yeah,
He
drain
hurt
6.
himself.
Took 2. Yeah, well, don't they always?
Not well built.
And if
mages.
that was Dexter, I did do like 8 damage to him previously, and I think he's. Oh yeah, he might have exceptional willpower. Because I'm pretty sure that would take him to 10. Oh no, only 10. Yeah, he's probably got high willpower. He's probably on 1.
You are really staticky. But I think what you're saying is I should have wounds turned on.
Yes. Oh, you didn't have wounds turned on because he was definitely wounded.
Not that it
For
matters.
2,
Still get enough.
I'm checking. It would have been 2 misses anyway. So yeah, it would have knocked off 2 dice for 8. Because these are not grunts; these are actual. They're grunt templates, but they're PC.
But it would also knock off 2 on your reroll as well. Since you spent 8.
No, it
No,
Doesn't.
no, it
Yeah,
does
because
not.
It would reduce the total dice pool from that, so the...
No, it would not.
would
Oh,
not
I-
it
it
from
would-
the original roll.
Right,
But
it would.
then-
Yeah, I see what
but
you're saying.
The
I
reroll
understand
was
what you're
was-
saying. I understand what you're saying. Either way, still had 1, still could twist the legs like a pretzel.
Yeah, you can do the legs for sure.
Anyway, so that was Dexter. They ran off to try and get distance, which there's really no place to hide in this room. This mage is going to do things. Which mage is? Might be the one that I just added a couple of combat spells and called it done. It is. Which they have shape metal too. Everybody's gonna attack Major and turn Major into a beach ball.
I mean, I guess Major's performing it as a edge sync.
Oh, don't forget, if they're going to maintain the animate, it's a sustained spell, so minus... Oh, well, I'm assuming they've probably got in.
I'm going to assume that they all have at least 1 level of that. Since Kai hid, Kenny, you're going to catch a lightning bolt.
Ow.
4. That's an indirect combat spell.
Can I pull 2 edge out of the T-Tac and have them reroll 2?
It's yours to do with as you please.
I shall do that.
They got 0, so you're going against 2 hits. You're okay.
Can't keep
Now
it up
they
for
hurt
very
themselves. That's right, they hurt themselves with drain roll.
Oh yeah, they have to roll drain. Damn it. I do
You
not like
pulled
maging.
rope with mages.
I do not like maging. Did they hurt themselves? I think they did by 1. Yes, by 1.
Yeah.
I think it's by 2, isn't it? Because that's an area effect, technically. No, lightning bolt is not. Yeah, it's not area yet.
The drain is right there on the spell.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll stop querying it then.
Oh, I did the wrong one, didn't I? Who just went?
Just grunt group them. Let's go.
No,
Go!
grunt grouping.
Let's go!
Grunt grouping cripples them.
It makes it so they can actually hit effectively.
Uh,
They can hit effectively if you guys don't roll a bajillion hits.
I have a question about grunt groups.
Yeah.
If you have a grunt group that has like a bunch of grunts wielding double barrel shotguns,
Right.
does the entire grunt group get 2 attacks before they all have to reload as a group?
Sure.
I mean, that's up to your GM. I mean, that's not something that's covered under the grunt group rules.
But if they're
Okay.
all firing twice, because that's the intent is the grunt group reflects everybody acting in concert. But yeah, there's a lot of leeway for the GM. Wow, this one has a lot of spells too. And it has the spell I need. This is going to hurt again, because it always does. Physical barrier, 4 hits. I don't know how big that can be, because I'm not a mage.
It says in the spell description 2 meters by 2 meters, so
There we go.
2 meters by 2 meters.
So it's in front of Dexter. And this mage if they survive their roll. Which I don't see how the drain roll could kill them this round. So they're going to move over here, and that is a drain of 6. Takes 3. Like I said, the NPC mages are very poorly designed, but this is what I was told to use. Okay, this one is going to try something new, and only because it doesn't have lightning bolt. Oh, can they see you? They can see Jack.
We fundamentally disagree on how improved invisibility works.
I thought invisibility lights you up on the astral.
So, illusion spells, which the improved invisibility spell falls under that school, are as difficult to see on astral as they are with like meat space eyes.
Okay, that's
At
fine.
least
This is
rules
one of the
in
things
streetwear.
that is why I will be glad when we're done with this, because I get so tired of all the inconsistent bullshit in Shadowrun. They say,
Well-
"Oh, magic lights up the astral," except this thing that
Well,
makes you invincible to everything because they don't know where you are.
To be fair, that rule difference is something that was changed in Street Weird, and it's only to the illusion spells.
Yeah,
So
it's only to make mages more powerful because all the fucking authors are mages, mage players. That's exactly what it is. It's not Shadowrun, it's Magic Run.
There's
Blast
ways
going to
around
Kenny.
it.
Kenny, 5 hits. Look, I remember Drain. I can be taught. Oh, wow. The mage forgot how to do Drain.
Alright.
They can always spend edge on their drain roll.
They don't have any edge.
Oof.
They used
they're
it all
just
up.
No, because they're grunt groups, and I just don't feel like dealing with it.
So what's the damage on that?
Yeah, unfortunately, the description doesn't tell me what the damage is. This was indirect combat area. What's the damage on those?
Magic divided by 2 plus net hits.
Thank you.
Rounded up.
So that's 4 net plus 3, so 7.
Oh boy.
You could soak, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
I could soak, but I can't.
Soak it all. Oh,
Oh.
0 doesn't mean you soak it all. It only means that when my NPCs roll it.
Is your body really only 2?
Yeah, I had to dump something.
Body's the right choice, yes. So you
Oh,
take
gosh.
7, and that is stun, I believe, isn't it? Clout?
Lightning,
Yeah.
it's physical.
No, that was clout. Or blast,
Yeah,
rather. That was blast.
Stun, yeah.
Yeah, blast
Yeah,
is
blast
stun.
is also stun, yeah.
Okay. That is that mage. Oh, they're gonna kind of run this way. Oh, this was gonna do things. Who shot at them? Oh, that was that pesky Kai, right?
Yeah, but I'm hiding behind a wall.
Yeah, but the AoEs don't care.
Can he shoot through a ward?
That's
I
the
don't
point, it
think
doesn't
so.
They've been given, yeah, if they've been given permission, then yes.
Well, they made the ward, so they've probably been giving permission.
But I'm not sure about shooting through. They can pass through freely. I don't remember.
It's not worth it. So basically, now we have Jack is invincible and Kai is invincible.
You're the one
Jack-
who didn't want to let me go through the ward.
I didn't say
Jack
anything
is-
about it.
So let's okay. So as long as Jack doesn't cast any single other spell, they can't see him. But if I cast any single other spell, suddenly I'm invisible again because they can see me casting that spell.
See, I've never read that anywhere either.
That's the interpretation I go by. 'cause-
Invisibility should not be an I win button, but all the rules I've read about it, it is. Because casting spells, making attacks, none of that causes it to drop, which is bogus. But as I've been told, once you fire a gun or do something, it becomes obvious the area you're
Exactly.
in, and then AoEs can be cast.
So as soon as I no, they can shoot at me. They can shoot at you know. So, but yeah, as soon as I do a hostile action or cast a spell, they know where I'm at.
And I mean, they still know you're there, just not.
They don't know where because
But
he
but can they
cast
target you?
he cast invisible here and then moved, which is
Yeah,
the
but can
smart
they-
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can they target you if you are invisible or cast and move, or do they have to do an Overwatch to be able to do?
If I cast a spell and then move, I would say they still know where I'm at when I end my movement. Unless I cast invisibility and then move.
Even though you're sustaining invisible.
Well, because
Yeah.
I think the idea is that you're technically doing all of those actions simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean the way it would make sense to me is if you cast magic, then the magic lingers on you for the whole turn, so you're
Yeah.
effectively still visible on the astral, which goes back to what it originally was.
Yeah.
If you don't cast anything and you stay completely, quiet and silent, then I guess I could tolerate being invisible on the astral. But as soon as you start casting, you've got the astral signature of your spells still clinging to you, so it's effectively the way Chuz would be used to it.
Now, what if you were casting illusion spells, which are just as difficult to spot?
I guess that would be the one exception. I still think that's a stupid ruling.
But I would.
It's not in the CRB. It's clearly in Street
Yeah,
Weird, but
Yeah, it's
We'd
a
have to
street
make up our
weird
own
thing.
We'd have to make up our own rules on that.
I only cast illusion spells like agony on you. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, agony, as long as you're rolling at least 3 hits, is pretty devastating since it deals
I know.
physical and stun.
Cypher was the one who got hit by that in the run you were in.
Yeah, it was. And since you're sustaining it on someone else, if you're trying to track someone down, you can use it to find out their general direction.
Silence.
I'm doing things. Are you not seeing things happening?
Basically, the long and the short of it is, has Jack actually cast any offensive spells, or any non-illusion spells?
No, all he's done is cast invisibility and run to the corner. Wow, really? You guys are... Oh, shoot, I keep forgetting to roll drain.
Now, Chuz, we know that the only way we're going to win this is by having your mages drain themselves out. If only we had a mage on our team who could, counterspell those physical barriers. Thus opening them up to being shot again.
Really
All right.
have to read that.
So that one was a 1. I'm really guesstimating on the distances and stuff. But it should be pretty apparent that they're basically going full defense at this point. Kenny,
Wow, it's Kenny's third and he's still
The-
conscious.
the blue lines are them, their physical barriers. I don't know if they're apparent because they're magical, but I imagine they are. You know what?
Feel
I'll
like-
tell you what they look like. They look like ice. They're not made of ice, but that's what they look like translucent.
Alright, well, Kenny doesn't have much to do with physical barriers. So, how about this first person over here that I think was one of the ones that throwing spells at him? He's gonna shoot at them.
I'm sorry, which one are you shooting?
This one here,
Okay.
maybe.
Oh, I'm stupid. There we go.
Nice. 2 hits.
I mean, have you seen my rolls? Oh, that was a decent
Yes, I
one.
have.
That was a decent one. It wasn't a drain roll.
Crap, I don't even get edge out of that. And then Kenny's gonna use his last minor action to leave. Because he's tired of getting spells slung at him. And that's all Kenny's got.
So, rules is written, I can shoot through a barrier and it subtracts half its structure rating from the damage. Are these opaque? Like, can I still target somebody to shoot? Or...
I said they're translucent. You would have a general idea that there's people back there, but it's like looking through thick ice.
Would I think that gel rounds can get through? Because there's nothing saying it has to be physical damage to get through. So I'm not sure if my gel
I
rounds.
feel like it would have to be physical damage. I don't know what the rules say, but that seems like an obvious thing
They
they're
don't
trying to
specify.
penetrate. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, they don't
gel
specify
rounds. I know that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. I don't know what the rules say, but stun damage is not penetrating. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
So I would
mean,
say
I
no.
wholeheartedly agree as a GM. It makes sense. It's not in the rules, but I would agree with your interpretation. In that case, I will minor action change to regular rounds, since I do have regular rounds, and then Major will say, I did want to do this peacefully without killing you, as she switches over to regular rounds and tries shooting.
Well,
at
they shout
Dexter.
back, we're trying to be peaceful and not die.
Hey, Major only attacked when the rest of the party attacked. She was joining in, she held off.
We were dealing stun damage.
Wait, are you saying that these mages should be good little mages and stand out where you could use stun damage instead of trying to defend themselves?
Well, they just can't complain when I start killing them accidentally.
Look, I at least want them to stop sprinting after they've been tased.
Oh, are they not allowed to sprint? Well, they didn't sprint. They just walked 10 meters.
Can I make my 2 major attacks on this? Because I refund my major. I refund my minor.
Well, first of all, you're facing the wrong direction.
So it's going to be 1 major to readjust. I take.
That would be a move action at least. I feel like you're probably going to have to topple over and turn yourself around like some broken Terminator.
Her arms should.
The real question is.
Spin
is
your
it a
head
mi-
around 180 degrees and then flip your arms around 180 degrees.
Yeah, do you have the whole rotating waist that goes 360?
The waist don't need to rotate, just the shoulder joints.
Well, yeah, but the waist would be a more
Upside
obvious.
down.
The waist would be a more obvious place for the rotation. Like a GI Joe, you know how you can like stretch the rubber band and twist them around.
It's something I would have assumed Andriga would have built into her as she was being built, but it's your call as the GM.
I feel like that's
My
not a
main
thing,
question-
but I don't care. Use a move action for it, but that's fine.
Okay, so it's only a minor to get aligned so I can shoot, so I can still do my
Sure.
2 mages. Because
Sure.
I get the refunded to change the.
So who are you
Yes,
shooting? Are you shooting
Yes.
through the barrier?
Yeah, I'm shooting through the barrier at Dexter with regular.
So they're going to have cover. I don't know 4.
Rules is written, they don't get the cover benefit unless they actually take the minor action to do it. You might retroactively declare that as their minor.
They're behind a barrier.
That's fine. I'll still try it because I can't really.
So what is
move much.
what are you trying to do? Penetrate the barrier or hit a person through the barrier?
Hit a person through the barrier. So
Yeah,
rules is written, shooting through a barrier reduces your damage by half the barrier's structure rating.
Okay, now I got to figure out what the hell the structure rating of a barrier is.
I believe it's equal to their magic rating, right?
Magic plus net hit, plus the hits on the spell.
Oh Christ! So I needed to be making notes on these damn things. I hate magic. I swear to God I do. It complicates everything way too much.
Yeah, the structure rating is equal to magic plus hits.
So I'm going to say for all of it, it's 8. That's an average because most of them were 2+ hits. There were a couple 1.
Cool. Then -4 from the damage that I do.
Yeah, and that's what the barrier provides is it cuts it in half. And if they cast a higher, a better barrier, then they take less damage.
Well, they tried, but they sucked at barrier making. Just like everything else. One of them damn near downed themselves. So 4 is
and
-4 is
1
0.
less if I had to reduce my dice pool by 4 for a cover. Because I forgot to.
Oh no.
reduce-
If the barrier reduces the hits, then you don't reduce your dice pool too. That would be double jeopardy. Even I can't inflict that on you.
Okay, cool. Well, at the moment I'm rolling 4 to get through the barrier, and I will be doing net hits +2 in damage.
Well, your net hits because it takes 4 off of your net, right?
Yeah, I'm reducing the 6 to 2 for the base damage.
I am so confused. What?
The structure rating is 8, which means it reduces the damage I do by 4. My base damage is 6, so effectively my base damage is now down to 2.
Oh, I thought it knocked off the hits. So are you saying the person needs to dodge?
Yes.
Yeah, he's shooting through the barrier.
But I've said it's translucent. You're seeing shadows, and you're trying to call a target. I'm
It'd be
so,
like if
I'm
they're
so fucking
standing
done with this. Fine. You fucking killed everybody. Game over. Is that what you guys want? I'm so fucking tired of these rules.
I'm sorry, James. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, the game is fucking everything is magic wins everything.
But no, he's actually beating the magic on this one. This one's the exact opposite. There's a physical barrier there.
Look, they rolled 4 defense, so what does that do? Tie goes to the attacker, so you got what, 2p?
2p of damage.
I really don't understand what's going on. You guys are dictating the game. Why am I even here? Hits
You can
soak
always
through.
rule anything you don't like. So.
No, I can't. You know I can't, because when I do, then it's like, well, the book says this, the book says that.
But rule 1 still applies, so you're the GM, so I'm pretty sure we'll all accept anything you want to change.
Anyway, so the 3 soaked your 2. Am I understanding that right?
Correct. So no damage.
I love how you. I love how you have to take cover to hide behind something that obscures vision. That makes no sense.
The barrier is able to be shot through. It's a it's like a flimsy door.
Yes, but you can't. Okay, you can't see who's behind the door. That's my point. You can't say I'm shooting Dexter. I'm shooting at Dexter. When you've got 4 bodies back there.
Then roll a d4 and
No,
say
it's
you hit
fine.
this person over here. That's fair.
There's always an answer for everything. It's like, I just don't stand a chance to actually have the mooks do a damn thing. It's been like that for all 28 sessions. Shadowrun is intended for the runners to run over the mooks, which really, for me as a GM, is not fun. You guys are throwing 20 and 20 plus dice at everything. The mooks that the book is telling me to use from day 1 are rolling like 10 and 12 dice.
You can always just declare that I can't, I shoot where I think.
But then I'm violating the rules, and that's not how I want to play. It's just, I'm not mad at you guys. You guys know the rules. You're not cheating. It's just very frustrating how fucking stupid the rules are. This game is just magic wins everything almost every time. Or more specifically, magic in the hands of the runners. Because if you put magic in the hands of the mooks, they're still rolling shit dice pulls. Look at the map. You can see the map. You can see that almost every caster that's done something is down, and not from you guys hitting them. Not down on the ground, but down boxes. Because they're killing themselves. How often do you guys take significant damage from casting spells? What I'm saying is this game is very poorly designed on the Op 4 side. And every time I bring it up, I'm told, well, that's why you're supposed to throw 1,000,000 of them at them. Well, then it's just adversarial. It's not a fair fight. It's actually just trying to win by throwing numbers at them. It's grunt rushing, and that's not cool either. I wouldn't want to be on the other side of that.
There's a balance there. I mean, we could go over some tips and tricks and stuff on how to.
Well, if there's supposed to be a balance, why the hell
actually,
isn't it published in the book?
You're doing a really good job on this fight. We all feel threatened, and I don't feel like we're.
I made Kai hide and I chased Kenny out of the room. I'm good. But I'm just very frustrated with the rules, and now they're dropping another book that's just going to fuck everything up all over again. So it's Jack's turn.
Yeah, so typically with Jack, I go in, swinging and throwing spells and stuff, but you got a lot of stuff arrayed up against this. So actually, my best move on this is I'm just going to move back over near the door and shoot Major's way over there. I guess I'll move a little bit closer to her. And hold the rest of my actions.
This one has not gotten to act yet, has it? Wait, yeah, it has. Yeah, you guys shot her. Yeah, this was the first one that got shot.
And Jack will get some reagents ready as well, because I'm planning to use the boosted defense action. Basically, it's kind of a counter spelling just to give the team a bit more dice to resist with.
Like, I'm going to do something to try affect you guys and show you just how ineffectual the NPCs are. It's stupid, but this is the only way to even have a chance.
The reality is, the rules let us build characters that in canon are incredibly rare. So, like,
Yeah.
an awakened person is like 1.5% of the population are awakened, and like half of them are physical adepts.
Yeah, except if you look at the character base, they're all fucking awakened, it seems like. I'm not talking about in this game, I'm talking about around everything. This is going to be a ice storm on the doorway, so it should catch Jack and Kai, because they think Kenny's around the corner where he's not. And they're amping it up like mad. So, look, 2 hits, and they're going to die from the drain. That's my point. They have an 8 fucking dice pool, and they're supposed to be a challenge. Wait, what? Oh, the dice
There's
pools
no
are
way
fucking
that
wrong.
drain is
The-
right.
No, the drain's right, but the dice pool's wrong.
Yeah, you
I've
have
been
to-
rolling wrong dice pools on this particular mob the whole fight.
And I don't know why he amped it up 6. That was just crazy.
I was trying to make a point. So let's just assume the drain doesn't kill him, which it will. I'll roll it here in a second. Yeah, 3. So, it didn't kill them. They're not dead. They just took... yeah, they did. They took 16.
drain.
Yeah, they only had 12 left. But let's just assume they didn't. Everybody that... Jack and Kai, roll your indirect combat. And the dice pool should have been... Wait, what? This character doesn't even have... What the fuck?
Did it not come out as awakened?
They're awakened. They don't have a damn spellcasting ability rank. Really?
Or what mage needs to be able to cast spells?
Right? This is a Seraphim Avenging Angel. I'm going to look it up.
Is that physical or is that stun?
The ice?
Yeah, that's physical.
Pretty sure it's
isn't it?
physical.
Pretty sure it's physical.
Ouch. But that's indirect, so I get to roll my soak on that. Ooh, good soak roll. I only took 3 damage.
Wow. Can somebody look in the core rulebook, page 208, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they didn't have spells. They're not a spellcaster.
Gosh,
it's-
they're adepts and their magic is 8.
And they're supposed to, they're supposed to be helping with a fucking,
Yeah,
These guys are rough.
yeah, except that an adept doesn't help with a ritual.
I wouldn't see why they couldn't. I mean,
It
have
requires a
they have-
spellcasting test.
There's a quality that mages can get which lets mundanes help them with rituals. So
Right, but
my
this
name's
is
help there
these
with-
characters are not street weird. So the
Yeah.
author of this chapter screwed up. These
How
are
many
supposed to be
shops?
mages.
Okay, not that shot.
These are supposed to be mages, so that well, there we go. Set up for
Oh
failure.
yeah, because they have flexible signature and masking metamagics.
Yeah. That I had to modify. I was like, why don't they have spellcasting? Now I understand why, because they have powers.
Yeah,
But
they have combat sense too,
Yeah.
so they'd be rolling an extra
Extra
couple
couple dice
But-
on all there.
in my brain, if you're helping with a ritual, you're a caster in because it doesn't call out that they're not. It says mix up a bunch of different mages. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
if
am
you've been
so
shooting
done
at
with
some
this
of these
shit.
guys, they would have tore us up.
Yeah.
I mean, firearms of they are rolling 16 dice on their firearm.
Yeah, they're almost a player.
That's what does Kai roll for firearms?
No, actually, they're rolling 17. 7 agility, plus SMG expertise on firearms 7 is 10, 17. Do they have any powers that bump that up?
No. What's the expertise? I see specialization.
No, that's the dark purple there.
Oh no, I was looking in the core rulebook.
Oh no,
Core
it is
rulebook,
special. Yeah, it is specialization. So yeah, it's 16 dice. But Kai rolls like 21. Or at least
Well,
21.
Mage rolls 21.
Yeah,
I
you
think
guys,
Kai rolls less.
you guys on your
No,
attacks all
I-
roll 20 plus.
I actually roll 16 only with my specialization, which is rifles, which I don't have right now.
Oh, the Raiden.
Yeah. It's Major that rolls 21.
Yeah.
So
And that's
anyway,
just
I don't
because
care. That
Major's
mage
strong.
that mage is dead. Kai, it's your turn.
Uh.
At this point, Dexter is back there yelling, "Why are you killing us? We didn't try to kill you."
I've been using a taser. We just want to talk this out, man. I can't. That or let me in so I can fight you like a adult.
That's not happening.
All right.
And
Well,
you're the ones that initiated aggression.
look. I have a submachine gun, and it only has physical rounds in it, and I don't want to start killing people today. So let's all just calm down.
Kai, that's not going to work well because you're not Mr. Charisma, are you? Are you
I
trying
mean,
to con them or
I'm trying to
influence?
influence them,
Uh,
but they gain edge on all influence tests. So
And you wait, Shadowjack has wounds. How did that happen? You self-inflict
No, you hit me with that ice storm.
with 2 hits?
Yeah, I only got.
yeah, I also
2
got hit
hits.
with that ice storm.
Yeah, I took 6 damage, but I soaked 3 of it.
I need to actually.
Well,
soak
if they
that.
drop from the drain, does it even happen?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I assume it would.
So they Harry carried.
Yeah, so I take 4
Or
damage.
kamikaze is the right term, I guess. And you rolled 2. And it's Dexter. Are you speaking truth?
Yes, I actually don't want to fight them out in the hallway.
Oh, so you don't mind fighting them, you just don't want to fight them from out in the hallway.
I was very honest. I want them to either stop fighting or let me in so I can fight them like an adult.
What is it, willpower and intuition for judge
For
intention?
judge intentions, yes.
Yeah, really, I mean, we should probably tell that sheet guy that we should put composure, judgmentation's memory on the.
Yeah, I keep thinking that and then forgetting to write it down. Okay, so they believe you because you're telling the truth.
I don't think that I was particularly. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna spend 2 edge to try and convince to get them to re-roll.
Okay. Well, so the judge intentions wasn't whether they were going to how they were going to act. It was whether they believed you,
Oh, okay. Well,
and
never
they
mind
were
then.
they successfully believe you. That was why I asked if you were being honest.
Yeah, no, I'm being honest. I don't want to continue fighting them.
Are you doing other action?
Not from the hole at any rate.
Not from the hallway, at any rate.
Not from the hallway.
I guess I will.
Come out here and talk to me in the hallway.
Yeah, let's take this outside like reasonable adults. I am going to stick my gun around the corner and start shooting at this person because it has an internal smart gun.
I thought you wanted peace.
I do, but they
Oh, you're using the pulsar.
yeah.
Peace at the cost of superior firepower.
I want peace, but I want them to wave a white flag before I stop shooting. That's the only version of surrender that I accept.
We will accept
So you
peace
don't. So
when
you don't.
give us
So
a
you
conditional
don't accept
surrender.
armistice. You just want surrender.
Sorry, I don't recognize armistice. It's just a temporary ceasefire.
Oh yay, 7.
That's my turn.
Yeah, that's your turn. Look, this can be talked out. You don't have to keep murdering my people.
That last one I stunned.
I mean, and the rest of them. No, I can't talk. I'm invisible.
Well, you can talk if you want while you're invisible.
Nope.
So they would know where I'm at.
I think they would need a perception check, especially 10 meters away.
You know.
Are you guys surrendering? By that I mean no longer trying to kill who hired us again?
Arkane.
Yeah, that guy. You can kill anyone you want, just not him.
Look,
Or us.
Arkane is a danger. We
I
tried to
agree.
bring him in alive, and he fought off everyone we sent. He is not safe. He can open portals, and there are people opening bad portals and ruining the astral around this city. It needs to end. I'm sure the awakened among you can agree with that. Unless you're part of that.
I agree that it's a problem, but I kind of already accepted money, and look, the Burlington Coat Factory doesn't work on credit.
This is why you don't do well at charisma checks. Well, if you stop shooting at us, we'll stop shooting at you. Maybe we can hash something out.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Judge intentions. You need to roll judge intentions.
I can't imagine that this would go wrong.
Everyone or just Kai?
Kai, you believe it's completely on the up and up. Everybody else can if they want.
Kai is definitely going to come out and go
Does it-
over to the entrance.
Does it matter if they can't see into the room?
You're going on the voice.
I feel like they've talked Kai into, coming out from cover.
Kenny, you don't sense anything off. Andriger, Jack, you think something might not be 100% accurate there. Andriger, you feel that they are probably trying to buy time. They're being honest, but they're buying time also.
I'll DNI that to the team.
When you're jumped in, you're not aware of your body, right?
Correct.
That's what I thought.
But
Other
I
than
do
Janet.
have cameras around in the van just to see what's going on around me. But,
So-
I mean, they're
So Dexter's not going to do anything that you can tell. This mage is going to run in here and oh, that's not a mage. That's an adept. They're going to stand here at the on guard there, and that mage is going to. Do they have heal? They do. They're going to cast heal and probably kill themselves. They're going to cast. Oh, it's only 3. I might be able to drain that. So they're going to do 4 hits to themselves. Where's drain? It's at the wrong place. I keep scrolling down for drain, not up. See, they still take 1, so they regain 3. No, they would regain 4 because it's +1.
and they're not healing any drain, right? Because
I don't know. I think this one is one you hit. They were down to 3. Pretty sure they didn't take that much drain in one round. We're only on round 2, and you had nearly wiped out half the op 4. This is the frustration. You've got 6 mages. Thought there were 8 mages, and still can't even really hurt any of the runners. Gotta kind of stretch the rules to even shut down one action from a robot. This one is not going to do anything because they're sleeping. This one can probably heal themselves, maybe.
if there's a pause in it, I'm definitely going to be looking through my nats and see what's around the van.
At the moment, nothing. But they have perception. Roll perception.
Well, I'll like switch by jumping into each of them. So roll my own perception. Or...
I mean, that takes major actions.
Yeah, that would take
Yeah.
a while.
It's minor. It's a minor since they're on the same RC.
Yeah, but you still have to do the perception check.
True. Yeah, observing details.
There's nothing obvious, so observing detail might find something. Probably not. I mean, you don't. As far as you can tell, all's quiet on the home front. What was I doing? I was rolling heal and then maybe and then yeah, heal for
Do
5.
they put Mage's legs back into position even if they're maintaining the spell? Have they at least restored her legs temporarily?
Not yet.
Gotcha.
So 5, and they did do the drain barely. See, that's ridiculous. Well, I'm not used to being able to hit plus on hit points for a hostile. This one's going to run around and try and close the barrier because it was working so well. You realize the barrier just goes up a little bit. One lobbed grenade and they're all done.
Oh yeah, I was
Is
absolutely thinking about casting blast over the top of the barrier.
Actually, she's going to put a roof on the barrier. Aha!
There you go.
Jack going to be healing some of our hurt teammates or himself?
I'm stuck in a room that has a level 8 mana barrier between me and you, so at this point, no.
Well, you can heal yourself, right? You took damage from that icicle thing. that's
If
not
I
very
heal myself, I kind of dox myself, so I'm just kind of stuck here.
Okay.
I figure you're just gonna walk around behind them and blast them from behind.
Like, that seems dangerous.
A lot more dangerous.
Only
than
if
Jack,
it doesn't work. Somebody shot Dexter, right? Yes.
I shot him with my taser.
Yeah, and I shot him with my gel round, so...
So that's healable. So this mage is going to heal the boss. Wait, did I heal them last? No, I did not. 6. Yay, that's a good one. And no drain for a change. I think that's the first casting of anything that hasn't done drain. Alright, so, Kenny.
Right, Kenny. Kenny's thinking that these people are legit and wanting to stand down at this point. Kenny's going to pull a stim pack out of his jacket, but not put it on yet, and going to walk over next to the door and then shout into the room something along the lines of, they mentioned Arkane opening portals, and we've witnessed like bad portals, but I thought that was more to do with Vishala.
Well, okay, so I'm going to refresh your memory. Arkane opened the portal that you guys went through to go to the Library of Alexandria.
There was nothing wrong with that.
That was not a bad area as far as you could tell.
Right. Exactly. So Kenny knows that Arkane can open portals. I mean, he doesn't know a lot about magic stuff, but he knows Arkane can open portals. He knows that there have been bad portals open, but he thought Vishala was more involved with that. So he's going to shout into the room, so what proof do you have that Arkane is actually connected with these bad portals?
Oh, now I have to actually read things. Stop making me know things. Because I can't ask you guys what the plot points are, because you're not supposed to know those.
Even the ones that we're supposed to know, we wouldn't.
No, I'm talking about Dexter's thinking, or their crew.
But I'm just pointing out, even if it's a story that we're supposed to know, we aren't going to know it.
So, okay, so you're telling me that Arkane is not working with the Disians?
Not that we are aware of, and we've worked with Arkane before.
What have you done working with Arkane?
Who sent us on the mission to attack the guys in the trailer park? Wasn't that against the Disians?
No, the trailer park?
It wasn't a trailer park, but it was like a couple of trailers of bad guys drove.
No, that was when you were going into the Resonance Realm.
Yeah.
But Arkane was the one that sent you into the Library of Alexandria. And that had nothing to do with Discians. The Discians were in the Resonance Realm, yes. Wait, no, that was the... Yeah, that was... Wait, was that the Discians? No, that was the Nulls.
Yeah, the nulls are in the resonance.
The Discians were the wet work that you did, where the guy had his apartment that went into another plane.
Oh yeah, who sent us on that one?
I don't remember.
I want to say it was either Guide or Nikki, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right. I think it was Guide.
Kenny is not is going to say that work we've done for Arkane is classified, but I can assure you that we've met multiple Discians and never made any connection between Arkane and the Discians.
Which mission was that?
That wasn't the Blood Mountain Boys one?
It was data cleanup, mission 16. Who did you get? Kludge sent you on that one.
Mr. K, shady nervous guy. Oh, so that was Captain Kludge?
Well, Captain Kludge is who you got favor from. So I think that was. I think you may have the wrong mission for Mr. K. But anyway, so that wasn't specifically for him. But you can. You have gone against the Discians, and yes, Arkane was not involved with those. So roll your influence.
Okay, dokie. Is it negotiation or just influence?
If you, what are you trying to negotiate? Sell me on it.
I am trying to convince them that Arkane is not a threat, at least not in the way that they think he is.
Okay.
And hopefully, if I can convince them, we can all stand down and people can stop throwing spells at me.
So it's all self-defense.
So, negotiation or no?
Yeah, that's fine. Oof. 2. Where is... That's not him. Them. Judge intentions again. If only there was a button for that. So they know that you're... Are you being honest?
You know as much as Kenny knows that we've worked with Arkane before.
Yeah.
We've been up against Discians before. We have no reason to connect the two.
They seem to believe you. Major, what are you doing?
She's just got her gun pointed in the general direction, but is otherwise relatively passive, because I assume she can't stand up given her legs are all twisted, right?
I don't... Did I say she was knocked over? I did, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
so...
the legs were turned to pretzels. It's kind of hard to,
Well,
hard
so-
to stand on pretzels.
So in my head, it's hard to explain. Your feet never moved from their spot, and basically everything from the ankles up twisted slowly around.
Like a spring.
Yes, like a spring or a spiral rather, or like DNA, as opposed to a
I
pretzel.
thought from the description of a pretzel that you'd basically
It was
together into a pretzel
it was
format.
bad storytelling. No,
Okay.
they just twisted your legs so that you were facing the wrong way.
okay, because mine we had a completely different understanding of what
Yeah.
was being described then.
No, the whole intent was to just make it so you couldn't shoot at them. Because I mean, with shape metal, they could have I probably should have had them make you drop your weapon, for example, but I didn't. Didn't think of that. So you're just being as threatening as an android can be.
Yes, without actually, directly attacking. So.
Jack, are you still hiding?
Yeah, I was still hiding.
Kai.
Kai is going to try and walk through the barrier, which I'm assuming they have not lowered. And then when it is still there, Kai is going to pull out their submachine gun and tell them that if they can either lower the barrier, or Kai's going to fire this at the structure they're hiding behind, and it does not have gel rounds.
I'm sorry, say again, I wasn't fully focused.
He's telling them to drop the water or he'll start shooting.
Well, the ward is so that you can't hit us and kill us. It's about as non-aggressive as things get.
I can't get in here.
Well, yeah, but your bullets can.
Yeah, well, they will continue to go in there if you don't let me in.
We can't just drop the ward. That's not how magic that works.
Okay, then stop trying to kill our boss.
Well, that's what we're talking about now. You're trying to convince us to stop and why we shouldn't kill him.
Look, at least wait 48 hours, that way we can get paid, and then you can do whatever you want.
That's not untrue.
Another honest Kai statement.
Yep.
Look, I have one goal, and I'd rather not add bodies to my body count tonight.
I do have a
That's going to
question.
be a lot.
The GM has a question. Why is the face not negotiating surrender terms?
Because he wants to be invisible.
Because if I'm stuck in a very bad situation. They can all open up on me, and I would be very, very sad if they did that.
Is your flash pack still going, and is it wireless?
No, I turned it off.
Oh, I didn't know you turned it off.
Thought I typed that in, but I guess I didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
if you typed it in, it's easily lost by me or missed by me.
But yeah, no, I was turning it off wirelessly for the conversations to happen.
Okay, well, that is a definite move in the right direction. Wow, the screen just got so much brighter. All right, so Kai, are you doing anything action-wise, or are you standing by?
I guess I'm just standing by, menacing them with a FNP-93 Predator.
Is that good? You've used gel rounds the whole time, right?
I've been using my pulsar, but it's
Oh, that's right.
out of the ammunition that's in it, and rather than reloading, Kai's just going to switch to a different weapon.
So you give them only one clip worth of chances.
That's exactly right. Plus, they're, just bunched up in this small group that's just begging to be full autoed. But yeah, that's my turn.
You know what? If it would make a difference, Jack would try and get out of the mana barrier on his turn.
Yeah, you could try and do that. I mean, if you fail, it's not. I don't think it's going to make you visible.
Well, I mean, it alerts the mage exactly where I'm at, but it's all good.
At the door.
Yeah,
Well, there's already 3 people at the door that they're aware of. So you want to do your roll?
Yeah, I was working on it.
Ow!
So, and then you get to roll 16 dice against that.
6. Any edge?
No, I used it all to get in.
Doesn't the MTOC have edge?
It has 2, I believe.
How much do you need?
I need 1 because that was a charisma roll. So I'll take an edge out and I'll re-roll. Although it's not a good. Let's see.
Oh,
Excellent. Yeah, I make it out.
Oh, what'd you do? Reroll your misses? Yeah.
Yeah, I spent 4 edge to re-roll my misses.
Well, there's that. Okay, so Kai's not shooting yet. Dexter's like, okay, look, I'm going to come out so we can talk.
he's a brave man.
Not too brave. And the other mages are just gonna wait. They've already cast heals as much as they could because once per wound set, right? Kenny.
Yeah.
Correct.
This is tense. I'm not taking us out of initiative because you guys could change your mind and blast everybody, or they could.
Well, yeah. Kenny's still got it in one hand, stim pack in the other. He doesn't want to use the stim pack unless he has to here. So basically, it seemed like they were listening to him when he was telling them that Arkane is not or responsible for the portals to the Dysians or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're telling them that Arkane has nothing to do with that.
So I guess this time Kenny's going to restate what he had originally stated, and is like, so what information do you have to go on that makes you believe he's connected to this?
We don't. We know that he can open portals. He's either an asset or an enemy.
So you just assumed he was an enemy?
Well, when we couldn't bring him in to talk to him in a controlled environment, then we had to assume that. Are you saying that he's not an enemy?
I mean, he's helped us fight stuff.
What stuff?
Well, there was that
Go on.
There was that one time he helped us go to the what was that realm?
You're talking about the Library of Alexandria?
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of that? Were you meeting Dysians?
No. Instead, we were going to the Library of Alexandria. They got some cool stuff for you to, take a look at. They're very explicit about no taking, but you can look at stuff.
Yeah, it actually over the table it actually had a copy of you think it had a copy of every book ever made.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I copied the original 1001 or 1001 Tales by Scheherazade.
Yes, you did. And you're probably still on the first tale.
And then I uploaded all of them to a fan fiction website.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. All right, so would he be willing to work with us?
You'd have to talk to him.
I think he'd be more willing to work with you if you weren't trying to kill him.
Yeah, next time send him like a letter, maybe with like a red envelope and like a to Mr. I don't know, what would be an
Mr.
endearing
Kane.
way? Yeah, there you go.
So if he's not bringing the dis in, who's bringing the dis into Denver?
Oh, that was MCT.
Do you have proof of this?
I believe we do. Didn't we record Vishala telling us about MCT bringing in the Dysians to try and help with her project?
Oh, you definitely did because you were interrogating her.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them that snippet of the interrogation with my image link. So they
This person looks like they're under duress. How can we trust their statements?
Trust me, those statements would not have been made if it weren't for significant duress.
Didn't we have them under a truth serum at the time?
Yes, we did.
I need a perception for one of your drones, Endriger.
Look, she tried to kill us. You know how it goes.
I don't really care. We have no interest in her. Can you get us in direct contact with Arkane?
Only if you stop trying to kill him.
Well, we need to talk to him to decide if we're going to stop trying to kill him.
No, I mean for like the next 48 hours.
How about for the next 48 minutes while we talk to him? Don't one of you have his comm number?
Yeah, but he's not gonna come here if like you guys.
No, he doesn't need to come here. We need to speak to him.
Well,
Oh,
why didn't
okay.
you try that to begin with instead of trying to drag him here?
We didn't have his contact information first of all.
I'll call him up and then just be like, hey, I have someone here who wants to talk to you.
Is this really a good time? Shouldn't you be doing a job?
This relates to the job.
Who wants to talk to me?
Dexter, apparently he's the one who wants to kill you.
Who? And who are they with?
I'm gonna, like, put him on speakerphone.
Why are you trying to kill me, and who are you working for? So, I'm not going to converse one NPC to another.
You should talk to yourself. Come on.
I do that already, and I mean, you've heard how mean I can be when I'm talking out loud. Just imagine how much worse it is when I'm talking to myself.
No, we should kill them. No, we should be friends with them. Kill them, I say!
Yeah, something like that. But that's just me driving.
I mean, it can't be as bad as the Golem video game.
Exactly.
Anyway, so what you hear is Arkane explaining that he has nothing to do with the Dis and wants to stop them. No, he does not want to work for the Black Lodge, but he's willing to work towards a common goal of stopping the Dis. And that seems to get a reaction from Dexter, who makes a signal, and the barriers drop. And did you give me that perception roll for your drone?
Yeah, my drone's clear sight is 3 hits.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Scroll up. I did.
No. I asked for a new one.
Oh, new.
Yeah, since the talking started.
Why do I feel like Knight Errant almost took you out?
It's only 2 hits this time.
Okay, you did not notice the HRT team parking beside your vehicle and surrounding it, and some of them going inside. They're really stealthy.
I mean, for a whole vehicle to pull up and just everybody jump out, that's pretty stealthy.
They are. Well, it wasn't right next to them. They're not being that bold. I mean, you are on their territory, though, so they could just use a missile.
Well, technically, I'm not on their territory. I'm slightly off to it.
Oh, you're across the street.
Exactly.
I think they still own their parking lot.
I was going to say, are we going to get into a land dispute of this is the property line? No, this is.
Hey,
You killed me in the wrong place.
I got signal scrubbing of 7, so I can be a reasonable distance away.
Anyway, but they didn't attack you, so that's maybe a bonus. So there seems to be an accord.
Okay. Is this the right time to ask them where they want me to leave the guy they hired to kill him?
Is he still alive?
He can be if you want him to be.
So he is still alive. He didn't achieve the job. We didn't hire anybody specific. We just put a bounty out. So he can be left on any street corner. But killing him would be, I mean, he was just like you guys, just taking a contract.
I mean, we'll leave him on the street corner.
Any street corner, you say?
Well, again, he doesn't work for us. Obviously, if you want people to respect you, if you're ever in that situation, then you might want to treat them equally as you would want to be treated.
The next question, does he have a motorcycle?
No, obviously what we need to do is take him to Stuffer Shack and just buy him a ton of junk food.
He had I don't know, he had a VW Rabbit.
Junk food? What type of monster are you? Are you trying to give him high cholesterol?
No,
That's the long play. Killing him heart disease.
I'm going to force him to eat cheese puffs. And I know what you're thinking. Cheese puffs are delicious. What could possibly be bad with that? Have you ever eaten cheese puffs and not gotten lacerations on the roof of your mouth?
From cheese puffs? No.
What cheese puffs are you eating?
Are they
The
like
Cheeto ones.
Are they
They're like
petrified?
fiberglass.
Anyways,
Have you ever had Cheetos cheese
so-
puffs?
why is the music still playing? Stop. That's better. Sorry, my wife was asking me something. Are we going to leave these people in peace, I hope?
Yes.
For your sake.
I need to
Well,
do
they should at least offer us the money they paid the hit people, because we resolved their problem and we didn't even have to kill anybody.
Yeah, but you didn't actually achieve any of the what's the word? The objectives.
Their objective was to stop someone from opening
Right, but
portals into the Dysian realm, and we have put them in contact with the person so that they would stop.
But well, no, you haven't, because he wasn't the one opening portals to the Dysian realm. But anyway, you haven't achieved the extraction to bring him here or murdering him.
Because that was not required.
But that was what
the
the
way we did
contracts
it.
were for. Besides, he's paying you plenty.
That's a no, we can't double dip on this one.
All right,
Yeah.
Kai, you can kill them all.
Including the
Kidding,
HDR
kidding.
team.
Yeah, the HTR team is at this point tapping you on the shoulder. Would you please accompany us out off the premises?
How did you know I was here? You could see me?
No, it was Kenny that they're tapping on the shoulder, and Kai.
Oh, well, Kenny always gets beat up. It's okay.
I'm gonna, while they're escorting us out, have a conversation with them about different firearms and their cleaning regimen.
One of them will talk to you. You can tell he's the eager newbie.
So task spirits don't like to be let go if they have any remaining tasks. So I will hand the
That's a
task
thing.
spirit a wrench. Yeah, it's a thing. I'll ask I'll hand my task spirit a wrench, and I'll be like, you know what?
Fix
can
major.
you take the tires off the HTR van right there, and then you're done.
Why don't you have it fix major?
That'd actually probably be a good idea.
Yeah, and help Edriger fix major.
So she can walk out on her own. Oh, by the way, the mage returns major's legs.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So animate metal would, as long as it continued sustaining it, they could move it.
They could theoretically, I feel like it'd be a real stretch on the rules, but they could theoretically probably puppeteer the robot's legs. Or the android's legs, no?
Yeah, because animate object lets you make an animated object of
Yeah.
materials.
I get confused between animate and shape. Because they both, shape is basically inanimate. It's
Animate
just,
can
it makes
basically
a
move
hole
on
and
its
that's
own.
it, right?
Yeah, animate can move on its own, as in you give it an instruction. Shape, you have to actually do it yourself. So you can
okay.
control it with shape, but you have to.
So
actually
with
consciously move it.
shape it would be like stop motion.
It would require their major action to do the moving. With
Right.
animate, it doesn't, because you can just instruct it what to do, and it's
I feel like
Spirits.
you couldn't Weekend at Bernie's an android and make it look like it's walking naturally, but you could make it look like a stop motion animation of the android walking. No?
You could make it do the robot walk.
Yeah. The very mechanical, obviously not natural walk. Anyway, that's getting into the weed. Okay, so you leave peacefully, and it's late. And you have closed the door. This is called closing the door. You didn't even get to meet the gang leader or anything. What the heck?
We skipped all the irrelevant crap and went straight for the meat, right?
You did. I don't even know what you guys want anymore. Do you want every encounter to be basically massacre everything? Because you've been passing up opportunities to talk your way out of encounters a lot lately.
I feel like we talked our way out of that one. After we
I
shot
mean,
things up.
This was literally opening a door into a room full of scary mages that were gonna kill us. I mean, there wasn't a lot of.
They didn't do anything aggressive.
Yeah, but there was a lot of, he who shoots first shoots last.
He who shoots first survives sometimes.
That's like when you open up a door and there's like that many mages, you're like, I either get to jump on them or we're dead.
See, I think the issue here is that we all rely on Jack to do the talking, and Jack has gotten really trigger happy.
Yeah, I mean, I only
No,
started
I don't
shooting with
think
my Overwatch
so.
because Jack threw the pack. And I figured, oh, so we're fine.
Yeah, it did. It was. I didn't trust that guy. That guy was lying to us. And I'm sticking to it.
Look,
Anger does not make a great face.
I made a trigger happy Street Sam, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm not at all surprised about that.
I was using gel rounds. I just happened to pull out this heavy stuff because I had no other alternative to get through the barrier. And even then, the barrier did stop the heavy rounds, so or regular rounds.
All right, so I have saved changes. I will show you the thing. I should probably clarify. Don't. Well, you can't help but look at it. The total for you is 10,500 each. Because the negotiations was a total, not an each. So you get 10,500 Nuyen each.
Oh boy, more New Yen.
And 4 karma. And 0 reputation. That could have gone really badly. 0 heat. 3 favor with Arkane because you saved his bacon. And 1 favor with Midnight, the troll street Sam.
I have so much New Yen.
And I am sorry that I vented earlier, but I wear my heart on my sleeve. I get really frustrated with how this game is designed. It's designed. I honestly am coming to the conclusion that it's the authors are a bunch of murder hobos that have designed a game where murder hobo is the way to go. And if you're a mage murder hobo, you have the ultimate advantage.
I feel like there's a sort of like circle of different things that are superior to other things, because like if mages can't really fight drones because of object resistance, so if like one mage faces off against a rigger that's jumped in, generally the rigger is going to come out on top if everything else is equal.
But that's the thing. That's my point. Is everything else isn't equal. The op4 that they give you, I could throw the top end op4 out of the core rulebook at you guys, 1-to-1 or even 2-to-1, and you would still walk away from it unscathed relatively. Kenny would be on the ground, but everybody else would probably be fine.
I mean,
Thank you for acknowledging that.
we're more than the average group of runners.
But you're not supposed to be. That's my point. It's unbalanced. And that's where the frustration comes in. And that's why I stopped doing Shadowrun missions. Because every goddamn character was a munchkin, and there was no point. I might as well just go, okay, here's the mission. You succeeded. You used 5 edge, you used special action, it's done. Now we can go call it a day, you can write it on your log sheets. Because that's all the players wanted. They just wanted to fucking win. They didn't care. And to me, it's about telling a story. You guys are gonna win. It's not like you're gonna lose.
D&D any different? It's not.
Well, I've only played at lower levels where it is. Level 1 and 2, tier 1 and somewhat tier 2, you're squishy. You can be killed. I know. I've heard 3 and 4 are pretty much a joke.
Yeah, at low levels in most tabletops, you die pretty easily, and I would argue in Shadowrun, if you're playing higher difficulty missions at a lower karma value, that's probably the same.
Yeah,
okay,
we're
it is
27 games in, so
more than that, I think, because this is mission 28 and we've had multiples on some of them. I think we're 30, 34 or something like that.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
think we're over 100 TKE.
It
I'm
is.
131, so for
It
TK.
is. What is Prime? 100?
Yeah, Prime's 100. So we're Prime runners. So.
And the book is still throwing the generic crap out of the core rulebook at you. And don't get me wrong, they say to modify things, but like it's like change this meta magic here, change that meta magic there. Not, give every one of your mooks plus 10 dice. The one time I did that was actually a challenge to you guys, but then I got called out on it.
Stop killing us, Jules. Oh!
I mean, I enjoy it. I hope you don't feel like when I'm explaining rules, I'm
No,
trying
not at all.
to tell you
I
that
don't
like,
get
you
mad
have
at you
to
guys.
behave it that way.
I don't get mad at you guys. I am mad at the system. I think the system is flawed. And the more I see people discussing it elsewhere, it seems like it's been like this for several editions and it never gets better.
Yeah,
Well,
I think the core mechanic. I think the core mechanics is really good. I think like major action, minor action, and the initiative, and then the attribute plus ability. I think all that is really good and has been well tested in multiple different types of systems. They then just keep doing power creep and a whole bunch of
Exactly,
shit.
power creep. But they power creep the players or the PCs, but the NPCs are still mooks. It's like, okay, everybody's Superman and everybody else is not even Lex Luthor. They're just Joe Smith on the street.
I mean, there's ways to get over that. I have played with some GMs that are very good at managing the chaos of battle and using grunt groups appropriately and effectively. And
Right, but okay, so they're using grunt groups. How many grunts are they throwing at you?
Hold on, let me finish my thought. I wish I could get you to play in some of those games with some of the people that we have in the LC, because you have a very one-dimensional viewpoint of what Shadowrun is at this point, because I don't think you've played it except to GM it for quite some time.
I have
Yeah,
only
you should
played a
play
handful of
DLC
games
to play.
because I could never find any damn games when I
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, so like Noodle, Baron, or not Noodle, but you guys here that have played in the LC, it's a different experience than what we're having on our Friday night games here. Is it not correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
I
no,
think everyone
I
except
would
Chuz
agree.
here is in the LC, since Malice hasn't joined, I don't think.
Yeah.
But he's not
So,
here.
and I don't know what we do differently there or how it happens differently, but it's just
It's just better GMs, probably.
I don't think it's that. I think it has to do with the fact that there is a dedicated list of erratas that the LC uses to try and balance things. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure the illusion magic errata from Street Weird is not canon in or is not done
Well,
in
that's
the
that's
LC.
GM dependent, but I mean,
Yes.
we use different. I mean, we use ultrasound and we use mechanical sensors and that kind of stuff, and pressure plates on the floors to get around, invisibility and illusion magic. So, and that's the other side of it. We play a lot of Shadowrun, and we're really good players, and we've learned all the tricks, and that's how we kind of dance around Chuz's GMing. It's not that you're doing a bad job, it's just you have an extraordinary crew here who knows the rules.
Well, I think also because RunnerNet has a lot of GMs that all talk to each other, they get together and are able to discuss what works, what doesn't work, how can
We should
things be
probably
changed.
end the stream.
Oh,
It's
I don't
up
mind.
I
Yeah,
mean-
so we will continue next week. Maybe I'll have another fun rent. Maybe not. We'll see. The runners might actually fall down, or probably not. We'll see. We'll be back next week for mission 28, Old Scars. Bye.
Old Scar sets.